Just comb your hair, go and wash your face. It's been a real long time since you've seen the light of day. So let thoughts colors they may beauty and parade. Everybody all smiles when they're back in the seat again. On aboard the Petty Express to a beautiful darkness. It's full steam ahead to ride the rails to our next destination. Yeah!
Hey guys, sorry for the lateness and the, questioningness. My bed is delivered. They delivered. So, in normal life, whenever they say from like 3 to 6, they usually show up at 6:15. They actually showed up exactly at 3. Now, I don't know, again, Christmas miracles happening all over the place. But we are going to get this started since I am late.
And we'll just put the time, because the time's a little bit different now. So before we ask you any questions, you must understand your constitutional rights. You have the right to remain silent if you're not answering questions. If you do answer any questions, your answer can be used as evidence against you in court. You have the right to consult a lawyer before you're after questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, it won't be provided to you without cost. If you decide to answer questions now and the lawyer is present, you will still have the right to stop answering questions anytime until you talk to a lawyer. I have read or have read the manual on constitutional rights. Understand what my rights are. I'm willing to make a statement and answer questions where I will.
Dear sweet Megan, not that I'm glad that you failed to realize that you should probably talk to a lawyer, but this is the time, dear friends, and fellow passengers aboard the Petty Express, that you would ask for that thing called a lawyer, and they would tell you to shut the hell up. Yes, that is that time. And why must this always be just a little cattywampus? I don't know what is wrong with the, video guy that he can't just get it not cattywampus.
Lawyer being present. Good with that?
You want to talk to us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you called us this morning.
Yeah.
Well, this over with. Tell you what, just sign your name right there again. How about that? Right next to your name. Or initial it, however you want to do it. I'm going to sign next to Miss Darby's. I have Matt be a witness, okay? If you would. I'm going to add the time right under that of 1:58 p.m., okay?
So I'm on gonna come down. I said that it's my fault and that she was good on time.
I wish you would have.
You and me both.
Oh, so what's been going on since last night? I talked to you, what time I leave here, 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. Okay.
Where'd you go?
To that place.
We transported her, right? Sullivan County.
Okay, I mean,
Okay, I talked to Dad this morning, and he was going on that, like, sometimes my mom says words I don't understand what they mean. 'Cause, like, they're in another language. Yeah, Dad knew what I was talking about apparently. But he was going on that she was like, whenever, he told her the night before he called you wrong, and he was going to, and she was going on, oh, she's going to jail, like she can't be around here anymore, she'll have to leave and not come back and stuff like that.
your mom told your dad that?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I don't know, but that's, a big thing.
We are at the part in Megan's story arc of narrations of what the hell happened, where she is now starting to blame her mother instead of Ethan because they've thoroughly checked out Ethan. So she starts this sort of narrative about how her mom started saying, hey, to her dad, because her dad was threatening to call the authorities because he wasn't seeing Evelyn. And he'd given Megan plenty of chances to produce her. So he finally said, I'm going to call the authorities. And now Megan is claiming that her mother, started saying, hey, if you call the authorities, I'm going to go to jail. I'm not going to be able to drive around here, all this other kind of random stuff. So Megan is building the building blocks to try to throw her mother under the bus. Because she's that kind of daughter.
Well, let me ask you this.
And then yesterday in the car, she tried to start towards like Mendota, Virginia, and I was like, hey, like if you're not taking me up there, that's fine. Like pull over, like I'll call myself and then get me.
What's in Mendota, Virginia?
I don't know.
Mendota, how you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that how you say that one?
That's right. Mendota, you mean D-O-T-A, Virginia?
That was a question for me.
Yeah. So, does she know people out there?
Not that I know.
Do you know people out there?
No.
So then what is that?
Just that when she dropped Elijah off, that she was like freaking out and like crying, like she was never gonna see him again and stuff like that.
And this was,
The 18th.
okay,
They met at Eagles.
Ingles in Colorado.
Dad thought that she was gonna like take off with him. This is what he told me.
Thank you,
He thought
LST.
that she was gonna take off with him. So he said that DCS was doing like a home visit and had him by 12. For the home visit.
For Elijah and,
Charlotte, yeah. There was never a home visit. He just said that to give Elijah home time.
so you think Dad's playing your mom against the system? Or like DCS and all that, trying to keep custody of it? Just that being difficult with your mom over those two kids?
Well, I mean, yeah, but she was.
Let's face it. I mean, I talked to you a lot, right? And you had a pretty hard life. Would you agree with that? Growing up?
Ooh,
I mean,
fun.
would you consider your relationship with your family, specifically your father, Tommy, and your mom, growing up, was it good?
No,
Not good?
no.
I don't think it's been good, from what I know about it. And I hate that for you. You know, it's hard to grow up in an environment like that. I know. Because, I mean, you were in foster care, right? What was the deal there?
True.
And I can feel sorry for Megan, the girl in foster care in a chaotic house, that wasn't of her choosing. I can empathize with that little girl who must have felt deeply lost in a, sea of chaos. What I cannot is, what I can't accept is Megan, the mom, making the choices that she did. There is always a point at which you go from being a victim of your circumstances to becoming, a point at which your victimhood no longer matters because you have become, the victimizer. And there's a point at which you have to figure out who you are going to be in spite of whatever happened to you, in spite of, this, that, or the other. Are you going to let those experiences make you a curdled, hateful, soulless person, or are you going to make you an empathetic, understanding, and, source of strength for other people, a shield, if you will, to, try to protect other people from the bad things in life that you experienced? Everyone has a choice. Everyone has things, and the things are going to be different for different people. And, don't minimize other people's trauma because they definitely, what may be a minor thing to you might be a major thing to them. We've all had our traumas, and we all have to figure out how we're going to behave in spite of them. I'm no different. When I got hurt the first couple years, I was in full pity mo mode. I was in pity mo mode. I gained all the Mike and Ikes. I ate all of my feelings, and I didn't deal with anything. And then about year 3, this year, things have really started to change. Maybe around July, I really started being okay with the idea of adapting what I can change and not adapting, just being at peace with what is going on in my life and looking at sources of gratitude and not things that I lost. So it's all about how you look at things. And I can, like I said, I can feel sorry for Megan the child. I can't feel sorry for Megan the mom with the choices that she made. I can understand them, sorta, kinda, if I squint, but I can't empathize.
They put you in foster care for country because you couldn't.
I ended up missing a lot of school until I got like, literally like dehydrated to the point that I could not walk when I was pregnant with Evelyn because I just couldn't keep anything down like Evelyn.
And they put you in foster care. But did you have a strained relationship with your mother growing up? I mean, was it difficult?
I mean, like, I was more with my grandparents and then, like,
So your grandparents raised you?
yeah,
Mama didn't care much about you, or Mama was strung out on dope?
so,
Right?
yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine having to live in a home where my mom don't know where I'm at half the time, or how she can't function because she's so screwed up all the time. You know, jacked up on meth, or she on meth, is that her drug choice?
Her and I had to do both.
Cocaine?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's tough for a kid growing up in an environment like that. I get it.
So I guess as I got older, like, me and Mom talk like every day. Like, we'll take spouts where we don't talk for a little bit, like, this thing her started, like, really talking again, like, I talk to her every day.
Except for yesterday.
Like, exactly, that's what I'm saying.
What's the deal there?
Yesterday she dropped me off and she was like, well, you didn't get to talk to these people, I don't want to be involved in it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, that's fine, you know, I'm taking it there. Like, you can just pull over and I'll have you come get
She
me.
doesn't want to be involved in it.
That's what she said.
Why would she say that?
I mean,
Why would she be involved in the first place? Explain that to me.
I really don't know if I did, I would tell you. And I asked Dad as he conference at first, he's like, well, I'm not telling you if I have or haven't. He's like, why do you want to know? And I was like, we're trying to find her. He's like, well, no, I haven't.
Yeah, we're trying to find her. I mean, like I told you last night, we've got, I'd say there's 80 people right now, probably more than that, across the state of Tennessee that are doing nothing but look for this job. Nothing. That's it. Okay? There's probably 50 of them up here right now. And like I told you before, last night, you know, there's got to be more. I mean, you're not a dumbass. I know this.
Yeah.
Facts not in evidence. I'm going to go ahead and say facts not in evidence that she's not a dumbass. But that's just my petty speaking. But again, I just show me proof.
And I'm not a dumbass. And I've been 100% honest with you. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I told you, yellow screen, jump up, down, big table. But there's got to be more to the story.
Well, Mom used to tell me that she was talking to Ethan about it.
When?
Whenever her and I first started talking again, so it was kind of like a little bit after January.
Your mother told you that she was talking to Ethan about Evelyn.
She did.
And how was she doing that?
On the phone.
Alice, I went back to just normal speed. They also didn't pick a good color with the subtitles. They should have picked a blue with such a blue, or something much brighter, because it kind of, goes in. And I'm afraid if I put the closed captions on, they're going to be overlapping the other ones. So hopefully at one or at normal speed, it will be a little bit more easy to understand. But Megan does kind of spit her words out in sort of rapid fire, tripping over each one of them and then ending it with, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what you're saying, Megan. No one understands what you're saying.
She never specified.
Okay. Do you think she was calling him, talking to him like we are, or texting him Facebook message or what?
She said on the phone.
Okay.
I don't know if that means text
Do
or phone.
you assume it to be phone calls?
Yeah. But that's just my assumption.
Right. Could be other ways.
She doesn't have a Facebook, but will have a Facebook.
Well, what changed?
What do you think change?
I mean, what changed? Something had changed in the past 24 to 48 hours, maybe just a little bit more, with you and your mother. Something has changed.
She just kept getting mad at me and said she's like,
Well,
being toxic.
but-
She was like, don't involve me in it. I
And
don't
you
need
told me
to-
that and told me that. I know. You told me that 100 times
Well,
last
that's all
time.
she told me.
There's got to be more.
That's all she
There's
told
got
me.
to be more. Your mom
Okay.
that you just told me 10 minutes ago that you
Well,
had this great
apparently,
relationship
she told
with.
Dad that she was going to jail.
I'm talking about what she told you. And you had this great
I forgot
relationship.
about
Just
that.
like
Thank you for
me and
reminding
Mom,
me,
we got back
KLF.
together since I grew up. We got a good relationship, and and this and that, and you talking every day, and then you go to not talk to her at all. Something
I had tried to
happened.
talk to her.
Something happened.
I had tried to talk to
Something
her.
happened. Something happened between the two of you all.
She got mad and I made her drop me back up here. When she dropped me down in the animal shelter.
But there's more. The conversation that happened. There's more.
Well, she just
Had
kept
to
trying
be.
to go to Virginia, and I was like, why are we going up there? And she's like, we just need to go. And I was like, no, like, I can't do that. Like, I need to be up there. And she's like, we're going to Virginia. And I was like, no, we can't do that. And then just kind of went like back and forth. And she was like, well, we have to go up there. And she's like, I have to drop the wheel off somewhere.
It doesn't have to go through. It doesn't have to do with going to Virginia. It has to do with why you're here and why we're trying to talk to her and Evelyn and the whole deal. That's what the conversation was about. There's no doubt in my mind. Y'all had a conversation.
She had asked me what I told you all, or what you have told me that she said. And I kept saying nothing. She was like, okay, keep it that way. And she was like,
So
if
your
it
mom,
happens,
wait, slow down. Your mom told you to not talk to us, and if we ask you anything, not to tell her if anything?
yeah, and I'll tell
Okay,
her
why?
anything.
Why?
I don't know, but she
You
didn't.
don't know why.
She didn't
Why?
about her.
Okay, let me tell you what I would tell my daughter if my grandbaby was missing. You tell them everything. I don't care if it seems insignificant. And I will hold your hand through all of this, but we are staying at this police, station, and I will be here with every minute of this hell with you. There is no way if my grandbaby was missing that I'd be like, keep my name out your mouth, like full Will Smith. Yeah. This family is, well, again, this is Megan's telling, so, 90% of 80% of all 100% of what she says is, fabrication. I didn't even do the math on that.
I don't want you to know anything where she was or anything like that.
Why not?
If I knew, I would tell you.
Well, you got an idea.
Well, I really didn't think of it until Dad told me today.
You got an idea.
Maybe Ethan gave Evelyn
Listen, maybe Ethan gave Evelyn to her. What makes you think that?
Well, I mean, she's kind of just taken off.
When do you think Ethan gave Evelyn to Angela?
Maybe before he left her back.
Let's
Me and my
just,
mom weren't really like on talking day-to-day basis at that point though.
well, let's just assume for a minute that's true.
You just said that you and your mom had a troubled relationship as your child, but it is, better and you talk to her all the time. And Bobby, you are correct. Fair point. I mean, it's believable, not uncommon for folk in this region to think they can handle issues by themselves. And that does give it a little plausibility. That actually is in fact what makes Tommy Boswell's, testimony so compelling to me, because a man in the traveler community, that don't like to get involved with, local or federal authorities, actually called and invited them in order to try to find his granddaughter. And that is a big change in sort of, cultural norms. That it wouldn't be that you would want to invite any authorities. So that does make Tommy Boswell's, calling the police to try to get more information about Evelyn, about Megan's whereabouts to the officers. That does make that compelling to me. And welcome, Sticky Widget.
Okay, let's say Ethan has Evelyn on the 26th. We'll say the 27th. He says, Angel, here, I've got Evelyn, you come get her. Okay? Why didn't your mom tell you, hey, I've got Evelyn?
I don't know.
Did your mom tell you she had this?
No. I even asked her and she just kind of got mad at me.
When did you ask her? You told me yesterday that
She dropped me off up here. You know that.
I do.
Well, I asked her if she had her. I said, do you know where she is?
And what did she tell you?
She wouldn't answer me. She just kept going on. You don't need to go up there. You don't need to talk to them. You don't need to tell them anything.
have you talked to anyone today that can help us find your mom? We know you've talked to Tommy, your dad.
Yeah.
Who else you talked to today?
That's it.
You talked to Hunter. When did you talk to Hunter?
A little bit before I came up here.
What did you talk about?
Well, he was going on about Facebook and apparently from my phone said that they were going to kill me and give out a chicken shack.
Dad's calling. Dad's been blowing me up. Your dad cares about the baby. Listen, hear what you said just a minute ago. Maybe Ethan gave Evelyn to Angel. What you just said.
Maybe.
No. It's not how you, that's what you said, but it's how you said it. Okay?
I don't know for
Listen to
sure.
me. Listen.
I'm going to be honest with you, okay?
Let me talk.
Okay.
I'm in this small.
Megan, you're not getting it. The way you are speaking, the body language you're giving, and the fact that you're smirking through half of this when you're not saying, you know what I'm saying, this is ridiculous. You don't get how wrong, how you are not reading the room, Megan. No parent would say, again, as a parent, I know where my children are most of the time. You know, exactly. They're with me. They're in my house. They're in the backyard. If someone else had them and gave them to someone else and didn't tell me, I would be livid.
I've talked to a lot of people. They're sitting right there in the same position you are. I know when you're not being 100% honest. Just like I knew yesterday when I told you that you didn't run out of gas and walk down the road. Mom dropped you off. I knew that. I know you told me one thing, but I knew something else.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I don't know for sure, but that's just my gut feeling at this point.
What if we reworded that statement a little bit?
Okay.
What if we reworded it to say, maybe Maggie gave Evelyn to Angel?
I did not. Me and Mom were talking at that point.
What on the any point?
No. The only time that she's ever kept Evelyn is one time she kept her overnight for me, because me and my husband were into it, and she was at her parents'. I didn't really have anywhere to stay, so I slept in my car that night. But Evelyn was inside the house, and then she kept her for me for maybe like a couple hours a few times.
What if there was a time you couldn't get in touch with Ethan and you needed a break?
No.
Maybe you went to your mom, said, here's Evelyn,
No.
and you trusted your mom,
No.
and she never brought Evelyn back. Not possible.
Not possible.
Let's go back to Hunter. What did you and Hunter talk about? Facebook?
Yeah, he said that
What about Facebook?
people were talking about him and that somebody called the chicken shack and threatened to kill me and him.
Okay. How'd that make you feel?
Well, I mean, he was just like, I'm upset and this and that. And then I was like, okay, can I come get my stuff at some point? And he was like, yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay. Did you ask him where Evelyn was?
No.
Did you call anybody today to try to find Evelyn?
I tried to call my mom on every number that I have for her and she's not answering.
Okay.
I have 3 numbers for her.
Of all
And Christine, thank you so much for being one of the first members of the Church of Mo. I greatly appreciate it. You are upgraded to deacon status. Just help everyone, get to their seats in the extended VIP section, since we are all VIPs. Yeah, it is a bit like that.
all the people in the world, all the things you could be doing to find Evelyn, you keep calling your mom. Why?
Because I think she knows something. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to lie to you. So don't be like, you're not being 100% honest with me. I am.
It's the first time I've heard that. I've talked to you now for coming up on 5 hours. First time I've heard that, Maggie.
So I can be in trouble for not saying that before.
Look, we are concerned about Evelyn. We want Evelyn.
What did I tell you last night? We will go to the end of the freaking earth and back. Like he told you, they've got 2 damn planes that put in the air.
But I have no idea where she's at. I've called her maybe like 100 times a
Maybe
day.
you don't, okay, maybe you don't know where she's at right.
Megan, no one cares about your mom unless you have absolute proof that your mom has this baby and it's not a red herring. that you're trying to get people far, far away from your dad's property in Mendota, Virginia, to be exact. So again, you continue to ham-fistedly try to redirect to your mother, but they are trying to find Evelyn, and you continue to be just lackadaisical. I hate talking on the phone. Like, I will actively, ask people just to text me. But if my kiddo was gone, I would be on the phone to everyone. You guys would probably not be able to get a phone call into my cell phone because I would be calling everyone. And her mom was found in North Carolina.
Right now?
I might have an idea though.
Okay,
That's
tell
your
us.
area.
Tell us
Okay.
the idea.
She used to stay on Jenkins Hollow Road in Little Bathroom.
All right, you told me that last night.
Okay,
What makes you think she's there right now?
that's, these are the only places I know that she would go
The
to.
3 we talked about last night.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then her and Willie used to camp a lot. I don't know where she got like exactly her, like trespassing and assault charge in like Scott County, but I know it's close to that river.
Pretty close to be, excuse me,
Stockton, Virginia?
pretty cold to be camping.
Will
Okay,
has a camper.
okay.
Mendota, Virginia? Scott County?
Yeah.
Tell me where they're at.
I don't know exactly where they're at.
You got a good idea.
You know, yesterday when I had you taking me to places,
Uh-huh.
those are like the only ideas that I have.
Answer my question.
Okay, well,
Whose profile picture is that?
mine.
Alright, I'm gonna read something to you.
Okay.
How's Evelyn? Good, mean as fuck. Oh, she hates me. I don't have a child to inform you about, sadly. Not yet.
What? What do you mean I don't have a child to inform you about?
That's what somebody said to you.
Can I see that?
You can. How's Evelyn? Good, mean as fuck. January 26th.
Yes, toddlers can be mean. They can be, difficult to deal with because they have never learned to think about anyone else. I mean, really think about a toddler. From the moment they were born, they had all of their wants and needs catered to. And about the time they get to be a toddler is when you have to start gently training them and sometimes, keeping them safe from their own selves, but training them to have an outward perspective and respect other people. This is when you start telling them no hitting, we don't hit because that hurts. You have to kind of take it back to their level and say, does it hurt when you get hit? Yes. Okay, do you think it hurts when they do? Yes, because they don't have that innate, ability to think about how things affect other people. And yeah, there are going to be many moments when you're a parent that you don't particularly like, the behavior that your child is displaying, the attitude, but you still love them and you would walk through fire for them.
Okay, what's your point of view?
Tell me about it.
I didn't want to tell anybody that I didn't know where she was at.
So instead of saying, I don't know where she is, you just say she's mean as fuck.
She is mean.
Okay?
God, that.
The only thing you have said about your daughter thus far to these people is you don't know where she is and she's mean. I would be constantly saying, hey, you know what? Youngest most feral is easily distracted. Look around at shiny objects. He likes cars. Look anywhere that has construction equipment if he wandered off. He likes animals. He's afraid of, this, he might not go here. He's really afraid of the dark. We need to find him before the dark. I think the last thing I would say is, they're mean.
That's new information. That's new information. Last night she was the sweetest baby to ever grace this earth. Now she's mean. That's what you said. You said she's a sweet baby. She never cried. Was never a problem. Always
Take
held
care
her.
of.
Now she's mean as fuck.
And you need a break.
Tell us about it.
I just knew everybody knew that I didn't have her.
Okay.
So I made an excuse as to why I didn't have her.
Why not?
Because I felt like it made me look like a bad mom, and I really didn't want, like,
Well, look, let me ask you this way. I don't think you've been in there to see how many people we've got. We're not exaggerating. The number of people in there pales in comparison to the number of people on the ground. We have an entire unit in Nashville, Tennessee working on this. We've got an entire unit in Washington, D.C. that's working on this, okay? Those people are stationed in offices. They're controlling people out on the ground. These people got people out on the ground.
Megan had no idea that it was going to turn into this. I truly believe that Megan thought that she could continue to say that Evelyn was here, there, and anywhere until she came up with a permanent reason why Evelyn was no longer there. And then, everyone would sort of forget Evelyn and no one would ever call the authorities. I think that she honestly thought that she could continue to just drag this along for years. And welcome, Squid Pro Quo, another one of my wonderful Modly mods. And she has her own channel, so check her out. She does all sorts of, streams and different things. So definitely check her out.
A bunch of people, okay? You say you think it'll make you look like a bad mom,
That is so
okay, or a
exciting.
bad person or whatever. Why didn't you just tell somebody a month ago, 3 weeks ago, hey,
the only
there's
person
this?
I talked to about it is mom.
Okay.
And she told me that she
And look, if you are a mom, going to be a new mom, or anything like that, a parent, take it from someone who has 6 kids. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay. You know what? Everyone gets worn out, gets burnout. Take time, take time for self-care. That's something that I really didn't do when I first became a mom, and it just leads to more stress and things like that. And don't be afraid to ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of knowing your own limits and being smart and, responsible as a parent. Parenthood is crazy and insane, and you don't get, any informational pamphlets. You don't get, like a user manual with this specific kid, so you know exactly what is going to work and motivate them and, nurture them. It's all, learning and sometimes failing, sometimes succeeding, and sometimes you're going to be a great parent and know exactly what to say. And sometimes you're going to be at the end, your wit's end. Don't be afraid to put yourself in timeout, to put, the baby or your child in a safe place and just take 5 minutes, take a deep breath, and then come back and try to engage a little bit, calmer. And again, congratulations, Squid Pro Quo. I hope that moving and everything is easy and just as simple, and you can go and enjoy your new nest with your family.
talked to you.
Okay. Why didn't you go to someone? Did you see the extent? We go to, have you passed the billboard that has an Amber Alert on it?
Mm-hmm.
They're all up and down the interstate. I bet I passed 3 coming in this morning. Passed probably 3 of them going home last night. And you know how the Amber Alerts work? Sends out a text message to everyone. Okay?
Yeah.
People are willing to help. Alright? Our first thought is not, hey, let's judge the mom and talk about how bad of a mom she is. Our first thought is, let's find this baby. Help us.
Like I said, I don't know for sure that my mom had a drink. I didn't know. I would just tell you to get over with.
You get it over with.
But I have to take
Oh, because it's the
time
right thing to do.
to find her.
But to get it over with or because it's the right thing to do?
But I don't know for sure.
Now listen. You know more than you're telling us. Please don't hold back. Honestly, we've got, this is no shit, we've got 10 billion people out here doing whatever we need to do working on this case, baby. And we get that many more if we thought we needed. But right now, it all boils down, really, 90% of it in my mind boils down to what is happening right here, right now, in this room with you. Because you hold that key. Okay? I want to ask you one more time, maybe in a little different way.
Okay.
You, right here, right now, we've got internet, cell phones, everything. We can give you access to things. You've had access to a phone at some point this morning. Out of everything in the world you could have been doing, why did you only call your mom? We need to know that.
I think she has Evelyn.
You think she has Evelyn?
You think she has
You think
Evelyn,
Evelyn?
or you know?
I don't know if she does, because she wouldn't tell me.
Well,
Okay. What makes you think?
A reason number 9,733 that I would not be a cop because, again, Dirty Harriet would have come out about the second interview. I am not going to lie. I like full on, like, turn off the cameras. I mean, again, this would all be illegal, but this is why I cannot be a police officer because I would be tempted to elicit information in ways that are against the Geneva Convention in Minecraft, not in the real world.
She has Evelyn.
Just because the way she's been acting, stuff like that.
So you
think she's okay? You think Evelyn's okay?
I hope she is.
That's not right.
I don't think mom would do anything to hurt her. I think she's okay, yes, but I just don't know where she's at.
No, when they get to the part that's like, so what is your favorite part of, policing? And I'd be like, well, I mean, getting confessions. And Megan thinks that her cute little girl act is working here. She thinks that, she thinks people are buying her kind of confused, emotionless, emotion of, I don't know. No, I just sit there and say, you can sit here while you wait for whoever to pick you up, but you and I both know know something happened to that baby. I'm going to find it out. I'm going to find every piece of evidence I have and I'm going to put you away. So we can either do this the easy way or the hard way, but I don't have time for stupid. I've got to go find a baby. And I seem to be the only one that cares about it. And then I'd just shut the door. And I'd leave her in there for an hour. And then I'd, pop in and say, hey, we've got some evidence. You want to explain stuff or are you going to continue to be stupid? And if she just gave me a dumb look, I'd shut the door and leave her in there for another 30 minutes. Again, this is the reason I wouldn't be a cop. I don't have patience for people that are feigning ignorance and that are adults. Kiddos, I have a whole lot of grace for. Teenagers, not as much grace, but a fair amount of grace. Adults, not so much. And this chick is an adult because she's a mom. I think that it was a combination of not realizing the depths to which Megan had placed, I guess, maybe prominence on this relationship. I think that he knew she had done something as soon as, the official Amber Alert went out. And then I think that her, casting doubt on him, this is a chick that this wasn't a marrying chick to him. I mean, this was kind of a side chick, like a placeholder chick. So I can imagine that you're thrown into something as a young man. You have no idea what you're doing. You're just dating this chick for a couple weeks. You maybe go on like a week trip or something, but you're not super duper committed. All of a sudden she has a missing baby. All of a sudden she's pinning it on you. And then all of a sudden the entire town is calling you a child unaliver. I don't know how I would deal with that, and I'm fairly stable-ish. I don't have a predisposition to hallucinations and possibly, a likely predisposition to schizophrenia. And defense attorney, that tinfoil hat was so disrespectful. That tinfoil hattery was so disrespectful that I took the tinfoil hat off of my thumbnail. I was so worried that someone would think that it was in relation to, the defense attorney's out of left field tinfoil hat. It was gross.
But every time I would try to ask mom anything about it, she'd just beat around the bush and be like, well, you don't need to talk to them.
Was that yesterday or the day before?
Whenever she dropped me off.
Days are running together, all right?
Oh.
But they offer me.
Whenever she dropped me
I
off.
get it. Okay. Okay. Thank- Instead of your mom,
Oh.
write down Angels.
See, reason he's a better cop, because I would have said, oh, the days are running together for me too, because I'm not seeing my children looking for yours. Do you happen to know where your child is so I can go see my children? Because as a mom, I actually care about them. And then I just be quiet. I am cool with sitting there and staring at someone when I'm angry. Now, if someone just sits there and stares at me, I will turn into a verbal, just nonstop rattler of prattle that will rival, the greatest e-thought. But when I'm just staring at someone and I'm in angry mo mood, I can sit there in silence and wait for you to say something forever. Ask my children.
It's easier for them. Thinks Angel knows something, that transforms into thinks Angel has Evelyn. You're not out here calling Ethan saying, where's my baby? Because last night that was the story. I think Ethan had it. Okay. You say Ethan had Evelyn on December 26th. Okay. It's time for us to lay it all out there. We know that's not true. Okay. Ethan didn't have her on Christmas. We know that's not true. Okay? Are you tracking me?
Okay, if I tell you what happened, am I going to get in trouble for not telling you the first time?
Your baby is missing, for the love of tiny baby giblets. No one gives two craps about you, Megan. And I mean this sincerely and from the bottom of my soul. But after this speed run, after this, petty train, after you get sentenced, I hope everyone forgets you. I hope no one visits you. I hope you sit alone with the only thoughts of your precious baby daughter and what you did to her in those dark hours. I hope that is the only comfort for you. If I were running the jail, you wouldn't get a blanket. You'd get a trash can and some trash bags, and you can figure it out. But I hope after this trial, after your sentencing, no one remembers you. We will only remember baby Evelyn. And we will mourn the loss of her incredibly short life and the life that could have been, but we will forget the hell out of you.
What did I tell you last night? We
want to know where Evelyn is. We are concerned about Evelyn's health. Okay?
will be.
I know.
Put that last night's 3.5 hours in the past. Okay?
Okay.
Talk about right here, right now. Tell us where Evelyn is.
Okay, mom came and got her from my trailer.
When?
I was working and mom came over to my trailer to babysit.
When?
I don't know an exact, it was,
Today? Yesterday?
no, it
3
was
days
like
ago?
a week or so after I started work, because I had nobody else to watch
When
it.
did you start work?
The second,
Of December?
yeah,
The 2nd of December?
yeah.
Okay, 12/2. Angel got Evelyn.
No, it was a week after that. It was
Okay.
my second week of work, I'm sorry.
Around 12/7.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens next?
Well, she stayed at my trailer for a little bit. And
Who
she told
stayed
me-
at your trailer?
Mom,
At the trailer at Buffalo Road.
yeah,
Okay, I don't know I told you this. I was at that trailer last night. Okay?
yeah.
I looked in it. I looked around it. I looked everywhere for Evelyn. I looked in the shed. Okay? I know where that trailer is.
Okay,
Evelyn was in that trailer the first week of December.
yes,
What happens next?
okay. Mom got mad at me and she left, and she took Evelyn with her.
With your permission?
No,
Okay. When was this? Same day?
no, it was a couple days after. She stayed with me for maybe like 3-4 days.
So what day are we talking about? The 10th, 11th, 12th December, something
Around
like
that time.
12,
that? Okay.
10.
And then what happened?
Oh my God. Okay, I just had this idea, but I figured out a way to make her, okay, not suffer, but understand the pain she's caused. Okay, Elon Musk, Neuralink. We can make sociopaths feel empathy. Required. That's a little too much like that Tom Cruise movie, and I never want to, promote him. I'll think about it, but I think we could figure this out. I think we could figure out a way to make, true, Bobby. True, daggone it. I was gonna cure the world. I guess my only thing that I leave to the world will be my incredible story about hand jobs. Which I will tell you guys at the end of the stream because this woman is ticking me off and we all need to end with a laugh.
I didn't talk to her for over a month, and she called the chicken shack and said that she needed to talk to me.
When did she call the chicken shack?
Sometime in January, I don't remember exactly.
Angel called.
It would have had to been after, like, I want to say it was maybe like, I went to court the day that she called me.
Why were you?
For what?
Reckless driving,
Okay.
Where at?
Washington County.
Okay.
Court, Washington County, the day she called you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What happens next?
She took me to her place to look back, and Evelyn was not there. She would not answer any questions about her. All she would tell me was that she was okay, and if I gave her time, she would give her back to me.
So Angel took Maggie to Elizabeth.
To that house on Lincoln Hollows Road.
Okay. Evelyn is not there.
No.
This is still in January.
Mm-hmm.
About the first week, second week of January.
Yeah.
Angel says she's safe. Right? You believe her?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Then what?
We're getting closer.
She kept saying that if I just gave her time, she'd give her back to me and stuff like that. And then yesterday when she was like, we're going to Virginia, I was like, is that where Evelyn is? Is that where Evelyn is? Are you taking her to me? And she wouldn't answer me.
Okay, let me ask you this. When is the last time you saw Evelyn alive?
Whenever Mom left with her.
When? Back in December? Okay. Who has seen Evelyn alive since then?
Just Mom.
So, what do you think happened?
I don't know if she's up in Virginia or somebody that Mom knows, because she used to like stay up there or something.
Why would she take her from you and not give her back?
I don't know.
Why in the hell did you not tell her this anyway?
I thought maybe she might do something if you don't like trying to get to her.
Thought your mom might do something? I can understand that.
Sorry.
Listen to me. We want to find this baby.
I thought she might be a doctor somewhere, and I just never find her again, so I told her I wasn't talking to you all about her or anything like that.
Okay. Maggie, how can we find Evelyn?
I don't know where she's at. I tried to call her yesterday. You know, I tried to call her all day yesterday. We went to exit 7, tried to find her, couldn't find her. I don't know.
What's the one thing you want most in this world right now?
I don't know back.
Where do we go? Where do I leave from here right now? Where do I send 40 people? Where do I send 100 people? Where do I send a plane?
I don't know if she's in Bristol, Virginia or not. All I know is yesterday.
Who is she gonna be with other than,
Will.
if she's not in that car, where else she gonna be in?
We'll have to try.
Okay? Will's the boyfriend.
The cloud.
Yeah.
Anybody else in the world, and look, again, I'm not the police, I don't give a damn. Who on her dope, hey, who does she hang out with in the dope circle? Because we know she's a doper. Let's just be honest, we know it.
Her brother,
Who's that?
Travis, Joe,
Okay? Travis, where's he live?
somewhere in Bristol. I don't talk to
How
her.
old is he?
A little bit older than she is.
Okay. Is that where she getting her dope from?
I mean, I don't know. Will's friend does stuff like that, dude.
Okay. Listen,
Who can we call and send a message and get word to Angel and say, we don't care about your dope, we care about Evelyn?
The only numbers that I ever reach are the ones that I've given you all.
Okay.
Or that you all already have.
Did you have them memorized? Tell me one more time.
375
375
1128.
1128. It's 423.
Yeah.
Okay.
366
366
2004.
2004. 423.
Yeah,
Okay.
647
647
0939.
0939 423.
Okay, Megan, I will give you one snap because I couldn't remember numbers to save my life. If they didn't have, if I didn't have my cell phone, I wouldn't remember Mr. Moe's number. And welcome, Wise Angel. Hope you're doing well. The fact that she is willing to, also, accuse her mother and father, wow, just wow, Megan.
And which one, you told me yesterday one of those was Will's number.
That's the 647 number.
Okay, and you knew something specific about another one, which one was it?
The 375 is a text now number, and the middle number is Will's dad's number.
Will's dad? Why did you have to tell your mom's?
Because she would call that all of it.
Have you seen her FaceTime, tweeted, Instagram, anything since 12/10 to see Evelyn alive?
No.
Has your mom sent you any pictures? Nothing, text message? All right. One more thing we need to help us. Will you help us? I need your Google account login information. And I need your Facebook account login information. Are you willing to give that to me?
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Are you flippity flapjack kidding me? Now, I would give them everything I have. Here is my problem. Since I got hurt, I cannot remember passwords to save my life. I attempt to write them down. I attempt to use the same one. I attempt to do many things, and I always forget them. So I would give them an array of passwords and try to reset my passwords, but they could have all of my stuff. You have to remember what you told every single person. You have to maintain that story. You cannot embellish it. If you embellish it, you have to remember whom you embellished it with. You have to generally be able to maintain the same set of fact patterns. It's the same reason every parent catches a kid when they've been eating Oreos and they have Oreo dust all over them and they're like, I didn't eat Oreos. And you're like, oh, really? Go look in the mirror. It's it's that kind of thing.
You're not forced to, but okay, you're not under any obligation.
I want to talk
but-
to her friend first.
Okay, that's fine. You want to talk to an attorney about the Google part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can we leave that off in the distance and continue talking about Evelyn?
Yeah.
You're good with that?
Yeah.
But we're trying to make sure she's safe. Okay?
Okay.
And with this Google, Instagram, iCloud, whatever, we don't care about dope. Okay? No, I don't know zero. Well, that's what's in your head. We don't care about dope. We care about Evelyn. So since you have just told us this, things have changed. Gears are switching. People are
We're trying to find her.
on the move.
We're trying to find mom right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be angry with you, but
I'd be like, I'm pissed as hell. You just wasted 3 hours that we could have been finding your baby and getting her back home, all because you wanted to lie to us. We have just wasted countless man hours searching in places you know she's not at. I have people away from their families. So yeah, I'm pissed off at you. Again, this is why I wouldn't be a cop. Although I do feel like, I really do feel like if you had gotten a strong, stern maternal figure in there, Megan would have cracked a lot quicker. I think that she's used to being a daddy's girl and she thought she could kind of get away with stuff with these two gentlemen. I think if you have brought in a stern, stoic, and maybe very frugal with their words, female, older detective, I think she would have cracked. Because I don't think Megan can withstand, real maternal scrutiny. Like the detective from Boone, yes. I think if you had gotten a detective that refused to fill the silence, I think if you had a detective that had shown her irritation, withheld praise until they got something, didn't coddle her, I think you would have gotten a confession. But again, I'm not a doctorologist. I just make this stuff up in my head. So I don't know if it would have actually worked, and I don't have the personality. I would be so sarcastic and, disrespectful. I am not going to lie. So I would be the worst personality to put into her, but I think that would have helped crack the case a lot sooner.
We've lost
3 days.
Well, I'm just thinking about from last night, we've lost 12 hours, okay?
From the first time I talked to you, we've lost 3 days. Almost 3 days. So, where can we go find Mom?
I had lots of jobs on doing things I know she'd be at.
All right. What you need? Yeah. Sorry. Is there anything else I can get you to make you comfortable? Are you hungry? You want food? You want a Mountain Dew? Coffee? You need to go to the bathroom? You sure? Okay.
I'm sorry I thought she'd leave with her if I told you all anything and you all were trying to talk.
Look, we're not worried, we're not asking for apologies.
No, I've had that. I'm not, nobody's mad.
Okay. Okay. When
Y'all detectives speak for yourself, because I'm pissed as hell. And pissed as hell enough to freaking go on the...
I leave from here right now, where do I send 40 Mountain Dew? Coffee? You need to go to the bathroom? You sure? Okay.
I'm sorry I thought she'd leave with her if I told you all anything and you all were trying to talk.
Look, we're not worried, we're not asking for apologies.
No, I've had that. I'm not, nobody's mad.
I'd like
Okay.
one.
Okay. Whenever, well, we'll get to that in a minute. What else, look, we know you said you didn't have a phone in this time period. We've got some evidence that suggests otherwise. Okay?
What phone period?
Past 2.5 months. Yeah.
I thought that my third, fourth, and the secret. I used hundreds after that.
Where's that phone you had at?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Was the story about you smashing it, is that true?
I sold it.
Okay. I'm not looking to get you in trouble for that. At this point, I don't care if you smashed it, sold it. Throw it
Well,
off
I'm being completely
the
honest with
river,
you. I
okay?
sold it.
Pick yourself.
That particular phone happened to be, I believe, the one that she and her stepmother would switch often. So that would be the reason that Tommy Boswell called, 8 or 17 days after the initial, Amber Alert. He had called because he was tired of the lack of progress, and he got to talking to his ex, or his soon-to-be ex. Look, the familial ties and who is in fact married and or dating Tommy Boswell is completely nebulous. But it is at that point when he's talking to his lady friend at the moment that they realize that they, have Megan's phone, and they'd been switching it back and forth, and he, I think, had taken it away. So that's the phone that she said she smashed. It was actually at her father's house.
A little kiosk at Kroger.
Kroger where?
Kitchen store.
Like you dumped it in the machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, an echo thing, yeah. Okay. What can we do now?
Trying to find someone.
Okay. What we're gonna do? That's what we've been trying to do. Give us just a second. We're right back. Do you need anything? You sure? Thank you. Do you have time to help us find Evelyn? Can you do that for us? Okay. And we'll take all my notes so I can get everything straight here, okay? We're right back.
Aw, baby Lego hair. He didn't have the full, deep cut yet.
I'm trying to... You need to make a phone call. You want to call? You want to talk to anybody? You want to talk to your dad?
Can you call him?
I'll be glad to call him. He called me while we were.
He's your father. This chick. How the defense thinks they're going to make this chick look like an upset mother, I have no idea. But there's a saying in rural areas that you can't slap lipstick on a pig. And at this point, Megan kind of looks a little, well, bacony, if you ask me. A little, you know.
Can you not tell him what I told you though?
What do you want me to tell him?
Just that you don't know what's going on.
Okay. I'll call him in a minute. I'm not gonna call him right this second, but I will. Okay?
Thank you.
If you need anything, knock, be on this door, put your head out the window. What you something doing anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been informed that your lunch is here, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back about 1:15 or so.
One stand, please.
It's lunchtime. What did I have for lunch? Oh, pizza rolls. I was like, I know I made something. Did I actually go through the process of eating it? Again, when you have adult ADHD, you start something and then you could forget if you've actually achieved that something. I do. I'm sorry. I realized it, but I didn't want to call her Porky because I didn't want people to think I was fat shaming her. I guess she's looking a little hammy. The many looks of this judge. It's like a montage. We need a montage.
All right, and again, I believe you said this before we watched the video, but she just showed up over at the sheriff's office on that day.
That's right.
All right. Was that the first time you all had heard anything about the fact that perhaps her mother had Evelyn?
The first time we heard that was just in that interview, yes.
Okay. And it probably goes without saying, but did that cause a shift in your all's approach to the investigation?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. What did you all do as a result of what she told you at that point?
We started trying to run that lead down with her mother.
All right. Did you all, on later that day, further interview Miss Boswell about what was going on?
Yes, we did.
Okay. And as part of that, did you also bring her dad, Tommy Boswell, in to speak with her?
We did.
Okay. Was that all part of the same interview?
Yes.
Okay. Were you in the room and present when, well, let me ask you this. Who was in the room initially when that second part of the interview began?
It was just Megan and her father.
Okay. Agent Gratz also
Yes.
around? Okay. Were you, those interview rooms, are you able to watch or monitor the interviews as they proceed live?
Yes, we are.
Okay. And did you watch and monitor the first part of that interview?
Yes.
Okay. And eventually during this interview, does her dad leave the interview room?
Yes, he does.
Okay. And do you enter the interview room?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And do you and Agent Gratz then proceed to interview Miss Boswell further about her involvement? And her
Correct.
mom's involvement?
We did, yes.
Okay. And you've mentioned before, but this interview took place over at the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And is that the same interview room that we just watched you interview her in?
Yes.
Before lunch?
Yes.
All right. So that's located here in Sullivan County?
Yes, it is.
All right. And has audio and video recording capabilities?
Correct, it does.
Prior to coming to court here today, did you have an opportunity to review that interview?
Yes, I did.
And is it what you saw, a true and accurate copy of the interview that you conducted?
Yes.
Judge, I would move to introduce that. I believe we're exhibit 220.
220. No objection. Before exhibit 220.
I would move to play that for the jury at this time.
Go ahead.
Yeah, can I get something real quick? Yeah, send me those two phones. Yeah. Yeah, it's not, I'm not forcing you, I just thought, you asked me to call him, you wanna talk to him?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do? Okay. You wanna talk to him in private? You want me to be in here? You want somebody else to be in here?
I never didn't want to talk to you about what I told you.
Okay, you just wanna talk to him in private?
I just don't want him to like know what I have told you.
I've not told him anything. Okay.
I just got the biggest flash from Letitia Stalk, because she, again, when Gannon was missing and she was worried, like, don't tell people that I gave Eduardo the, the time code. Don't tell people that I, did this. Can you tell people I didn't do that? Again, if a child is missing, no one gives two rats rah-rahs what you did. We just want to find the child. It's absolutely. Let's see, Anne Catherine Boysen. In Germany, we have, or we name this man's lips. They have an armor bow, highly attractive to women. Yes, amour, sorry, not armor. Slow reading, Mo. Yeah, he does have a little Cupid's bow, or like I said, he'd make a beautiful woman or drag queen. He has very elegant high cheekbones. Although, I will say why that pops up as the first thing I would say to someone as a compliment, I do not know, but it's always meant as a positive. Yeah, the first time I saw the detective on stand, I thought, he'd make a really beautiful drag queen. I don't know why I think these things, Bobby. I was just made this way.
You want me to sit here while he talks to you, or?
That's all.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, what this uneducated Muppet doesn't seem to realize is that her private talk with her dad is actually going to be monitored because she's in an interview room. But she's like, there you go. Well, Sticky Widget, I have learned to keep that last bit in. So now I say, hello, nice to meet you. 11-year-old Mo was not aware that telling someone they would be a beautiful woman was inappropriate. I just thought, hey, if you observe something that's positive, you should tell someone. So I learned not to say those things until I started streaming. And then I say those things all the time.
It's just right. Boy, you're anytime you want to have a private conversation, you just let me know. I'll step out, talk as long as you want to. Okay? Hey, Tom. Hey, come on here. Shut the door. You make yourself comfortable. All right, sure. She said it was okay for me to sit in if y'all want to talk, but when I was telling
No
if y'all want to talk
problem.
in private at any point, I'm more than happy to step out and let you Bobby Dollar sit there and talk,
I have told them they know what's going on there. I have told the truth.
Good idea.
That I literally told him. That's why he called you. Okay.
What's going on? What you doing?
They know you don't need to know. Okay. That way, okay? They know what's going on.
Y'all know what's going on? We know what she's told us. I'll say that. We know what she's told us. I've been sitting here, as Maggie can tell you, I've been sitting with her, I've not been out on the ground running down the information, but we know what she's told us.
They're trying to get hold of who has her.
Yeah. So she's okay. That's what
They're trying to get hold of who has her.
that's what we've been trying to do the whole time,
Rachel D, give it a try. So there a couple pieces of advice if you'd like to take them as a new streamer. Look on Marketplace. You don't need to buy a bunch. StreamYard has a free option. And, just see how you like it. It's interesting. I will say, don't judge yourself by your first couple of streams or videos. and don't judge yourself by other people. It's really easy for me to, look at different creators and think, oh, they can, do this and this and this, and I can't. And it's not that I can't, we just have different time constraints and stuff. So, try, I would say try it. I really like it. It is not for everyone. You may find that you don't like it, but don't invest a lot of money. Look in Marketplace, and, there are a bunch of people that started streaming and didn't particularly like it during the coof. So I was able to get my first mic for about $30. But, I encourage everyone to try it. I think it's a great place to kind of be yourself. And, oh, and Squid Pro Quo says Amazon also sells refurbished equipment. I did not know that. Mr. Mo recommended Marketplace. But absolutely give it a try. Oh, and Wise Angel UK is saying EVU Mux has a free option, and you're streaming in HD to start with even free service. So that's really cool. Yeah, and if you need any advice or anything, or you have any specific questions, you can always email me, or I'm on Twitter, and you can send me a DM and I will try to help, or I will try to send you to someone who is more technical than me, because my assistance level would be like, okay, you're going to take your clicker and you're going to push one of the buttons until something happens, which may or may not be helpful. But other things I can totally help with. I have found a lot of just fun and, motivation, and a whole new world opened up to me with streaming. So I recommend it. And, if you don't like it, that's okay. You tried it. You gave yourself a chance and a permission to try something new. So, that's fine. Oh, and there you go. Absolutely. So I'm going to stay on for about another 30 minutes because I didn't realize Mr. Mo doesn't know how to make spaghetti. Now, I am thinking that this might be one of those, I don't know how to do something, so I'll help. In fact, I'm leaning heavily towards I don't know how to do something. But he has been working hard. I officially have a wall up, so that's good. And, I figure I can help him make spaghetti before I go watch my daughter get her belly button impaled for reasons I can't figure out. My belly button never did anything to me, so I'm not going to, pierce it for any reason. Not to mention, my days of crop topping it are over. My days of muffin topping it, though, hopefully will be over soon, too.
Thanks going on, I got you, and they gonna thank you for not going to school. So I go see the mom, I said, it's fine, I have to be back here, so I can send you to school the next month. You didn't come back, because I told you I was come back, I'll take you to school.
And thank you for joining the Church of Mo Sticky Widget. We have dark chocolate, sarcasm, and, gallows humor, but we do have heart. It's just deep down in there, in a jar somewhere. It's in the back closet. We have a heart somewhere. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Church of Mo, and thank you for your support. I attempt to do more music with Mo in the mornings when I'm pulling stories. My sons are yelling at the top of their voice something, so I'm trying to hear the stream over here, and I think they're singing John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt for some reason. Who knows?
I did for 4 days, I was playing a field truck before, they're gonna take you. You need to start listening, I'm ready, you're my
I did
father.
listen to you and I talked to you.
I'm not doing nothing against you, I'm not against you. Never been against you. And you tell them the truth, and Edward's all right, and things.
I left her trying to find her.
You passed the lie detector test, I'll hop the bar for a lawyer for you.
They're trying to find her.
Is that your mother's voice?
Well,
Wherever she's at or whatever?
maybe.
I didn't hear what you asked.
I asked her if that's your mama's doing, where the baby's dead or
Oh,
what.
right, doings, yeah.
They're trying to find
I'm a
mom.
country boy, I speak.
They're-
I
I
mean,
don't care.
yeah, I know what I mean.
They're trying to find mom. She's taking off. I told them everywhere she could possibly be with Evelyn. I've given them every phone number I have for her. They're trying to find her.
Your mom's got Evelyn here, so. No, she don't.
She told me she does.
All right, then. Your mom don't have it. Where did she get it?
In the tender.
No, your mom don't. No, she don't.
That's who took her, Dad.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no, not the spit cup. Oh, ugh. Look, you will never realize that you live in rural America more than when you're, at Walmart and you find a random pop, like just a Pepsi bottle, and it's not full of Coke. It is full of tobacco spit. Now, I will tell you that Mr. Mo is lucky I love him. When we first got together, Mr. Mo used to dip. Now, gross. But there was only one incident in which I did not realize that one can of Coke did no longer have Coke in it, before Mo lost her damn mind. And Mr. Mo no longer dips. Now he is correct to, hold the moral authority over me right now because I'm vaping and he did quit his nicotine. So he does hold the moral, high ground. I'm like Anakin, though. I don't want to attack him. I know I would end up, all, well, Darth Vader-y. So I'm smarter than Anakin. I'm just not going to attack him.
Right. The truth stands out. Keep telling the truth.
I have Dad.
I'm
They're trying to
not
find
trying to argue with you. I'm talking to you, Daddy. I love you.
mom. Okay.
You tell this lie, that lie before you know it. You don't know what she told you. And like I told you earlier, I'm a professional painter. Before we do grade or do a driveway or a parking lot or whatever, I can drain water, I can do whatever. That's my job. The customer will tell me how to do my job, just like I was gonna stand here and tell this man how to do his job. He's a professional at what he does. And he think I know whatever I told you and try to help.
Absolutely.
Because I know they're professionals, that's their job. And you're full of the best. You ain't full, you're not gonna sit here and try to tell them shit lies and get one over on you. That's not gonna happen.
I am just falling more and more in lack with Tommy. Tommy is sitting here like, this is BS, tell the truth. No, you're not gonna BS these guys. You're not gonna get away with this. I'm liking Tommy. Because, he's basically doing what, I suggested. He's not buying her lies. He's not letting her get away with it. And he's continuing to remind her that she is not the professional here. She is not going to get away with this. This is not lying to Dad about cleaning your room. These are the feds.
I'm not lying, Dad. I've
Okay.
been everywhere where they can find her.
Like,
Dad, if you're just gonna sit here and do that, I don't want to talk to you.
I'm not trying, I'm just,
Dad,
okay.
No. Excuse the hell out of me, Megan, but who the hell gave you the authority to tell anyone what they were going to talk about? This man is your father, and he may not have been the best father, but, yeah, tell me what I'm going to talk to you about, please, one more again. You're going to see why you don't mess with latchkey kids, okay? If you're just going to talk to me like that, you can leave. I would sit my halfy, semi-fluffy behind there until eternity frosted over, just to spite her for that. And I would just continue the conversation. Oh no, this is why you would not want to tangle with a real mama, because tell us that you're not going to talk to me like that. Oh, I see we're gonna do this the hard way. You know, just taking off my earrings here. We're just gonna sit here, have a little conversation. Although I say this as I cannot undo my earring, because I always forget which way it's supposed to go. Tell me again what the hell I'm not gonna do, Megan. I would start laughing. Like, again, Megan, I am older than you, wiser than you, and so tired of BS that I'm not willing to take yours. I can sit here all day. I cannot believe she talks to her father like that. Again, as a not gentle parent raised, 90s kid, I can tell you that I never said that to my mom because I'm still alive today, and my jaw is not still wired shut. I would still be in intensive care, okay, if I had told my mother that. In an interrogation room, no less. So when I am being suspected of something, you know, and all signs point to me, and I'm telling my mom, I just don't want to hear that. You would be able to send flowers to the local ICU unit in the hospital.
Mom, she walks off the road there, was told her. She told her that she's gonna reach here and say,
Yes. Yesterday, we even went Texas and to go hunt for her. Or not me and you, the other, whoever.
but she's a hide and she's guilty of something. Because, they got reported all this. That night she called. And she said, what you want to do? What you got started? I said, I got nothing started. I said, I wasn't aware of that.
Well, yesterday when I met her, she was trying to take me up to Virginia, and I said, no, I'm not going. And she was like, you have to go with me. I'm about to go up there, stuff like that. And I was like, look, if you don't take me up there and talk to these people, I'll get out of the car, find the phone, and they'll come pick me up from where I'm at. So she dropped me off the Elmer shelter, and she was supposed to come back, never came back, turned her phone off, can't get hold of her at all. Turned Will's phone off. 9647.
Are they still driving the thing?
I told him everything I know about the vehicle.
It's like, just be honest.
The tail light is out on it, or not the tail light,
The tail light's out.
but part of the driver's side tail light's out on
In the truck. Passenger
They
side,
know.
never been here.
it. They know, but they know where I'm gonna.
I don't know why the last time she was there, something told me to contain
Really?
Did you?
Not what I did, but something told me to. And then there she left.
Well, they can look it
It's on the
up.
black BMW?
Yep.
It's on the dark
Oh, you
road.
got
Yeah,
it.
we got it. Yeah, you're right, it is gray.
Is it gray? I didn't know if it was dark, gray or white or dark blue.
It's listed as gray, so
Sorry.
I think that's what it is.
The truth and honest.
Yeah, I told them I can't get hold
Okay,
of
well,
them.
okay.
I tried to call her.
Okay. No. As a parent, you know when your kid is lying. You know when you're not getting the full truth. And he knows. He knows. And he's trying to tell her that this is not his first rodeo with the law. He's like, sweetie, you cannot lie to the police. They are going to find out. They will get receipts. And she's like, but daddy, I didn't lie. And he's like, you are lying right now to me. Your nose would be to the West Coast if it were Pinocchio. Hell, it would be to Japan at this point.
Thousands of
All right,
times.
so just let me explain something to you.
Okay. I should have told them not to in here. I don't want to hear
Yeah,
it.
no, I ain't gonna, there's nothing to do with me. You know, when she had brain waves up there and all that stuff happened. Well, yeah, I did bullshit, Mike, because I didn't want to go to jail. I don't care a thing. And my lawyer sat me down one day, he said, Tom, he's gonna tell you something. He said, the truth will set you free. He said, you get in front of that judge with an attitude and lie, and he knows, he said, you will go to prison. I just told the truth. I ended up on probation, which she set me up. If I walked in there, they'd have killed me and I'd been involved paid for. I know that, but I can't prove it. She had control of everything because we had to put up against the business. I told the truth, exactly what happened. I got probation.
They have tried. I mean, there was the notable Smurfsplosion incident in which You know, it was a beautiful, bright day. The boys were supposed to be outside playing in the backyard. Our backyard does abut to kind of a nature reserve slash place for all of the neighborhood teenagers to do shenanigans. I Look, I only hope that no children are conceived in our backyard, okay? But I'm sure little Forrest will be sweet. I'm just kidding. I don't know, but there is a teenage kind of hangout place back there. So all of a sudden, the back door swings open loudly, slams into the door, and as I'm getting ready to yell about the slamming doors, my two sons approach me. Now, one is screaming loudly that they weren't playing with spray paint, which might not have clued me off to the fact that they were playing with spray paint, other than the fact that the youngest, most feral, looked like he had been very near a Smurf that had exploded. And they both smelled distinctly like spray paint. But they were both like, we weren't playing with spray paint. We don't know what happened. All of a sudden, blue paint exploded upon us. As an act of God, I'm sure it generally happens. So I kept asking, what happened? Because I can smell spray paint. So how about we start with that? I can smell spray paint. I know what it smells like. So what happened? So about 30 minutes later, after I'm using like a scrub on youngest most feral to try to get all of the spray paint off, they finally admit that they were throwing rocks at old spray paint cans because YOLO, I have no idea. So we had to explain to them that those are under pressure, they're very dangerous, and do not throw things at them. But yes, they did try to explain to me that no spray paint had been involved. There was just a sudden Smurf explosion. Rest in peace, Papa Smurf, and or all the characters in Avatar. Yes, I have been told these kind of things, wide-eyed, like, we weren't playing with spray paint. No, we weren't. Yes.
And people talk about probation officers. You give them respect, they give you respect. I can't say one thing bad about the people in there. Not one thing. Because every time I went in there, I'd give them respect. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Easy as that.
And things are good.
Thanks for the truth, Bobby. I'm gonna go get a drink.
That's what I'm explaining to you. I don't know what's wrong with us. Somebody don't like you. I'm just trying to teach you something because your mom puts all this crazy stuff.
Okay, and after I talked to you, I told them, okay?
That's what you need to do, is be honest. Did you take part in that?
No.
Why not?
We just ended up not getting into that.
Okay.
Yeah, because she provided us with some information.
The truth will take you further in this world.
And I have told them,
Thank you.
and I've told them to go everywhere they can
I
find me.
respect you for that.
Yesterday, me and the other, whoever, the FBI agents were here, Jeff and
Yeah.
Todd, Maybe.
Maybe Todd, Kevin, maybe.
no, not Kevin, it was
There's,
just me and Jeff.
there's a handful of them here.
Yeah, okay, well, whoever I talked to, we literally went all direct at them, and they took me like every hotel trying to find her. So I don't know if she was in exit 7 and she just left
Well,
because,
why would she leave it?
I don't know.
That don't matter, since she's guilty, so where's she from? Hey, when's the last time you seen her with that?
Okay. But here is where the truth will bite you in the behind. So, then you'll have youngest most feral yell out, hey, that lady's super fat in Walmart. She doesn't need candy. Holy Again, having to explain that we don't tell people maybe the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Explaining to children what polite, maybe side steps or things are is completely ridiculous. Because, and I feel bad for kids because I was the same way. Like, okay, well, she asked me if she looked good in the dress and I said she didn't. I don't understand why she's mad at me. I'm getting a shed out back. Forget my own room. I'm getting my own shed out back. Same, same. But yeah, explaining to kiddos like when you're supposed to tell the truth and then when you're supposed to be kind and maybe not say the first thing that pops in their head. Yeah, it's a secret hope because I swear my three youngest don't have an inside voice. They just don't. You know, I'd have to fight my HOA. They don't like sheds. They think they're undignified. I'm like, we live in Indiana. We are supposed, like, who are we trying to be? We live in rural southern Indiana. Like, who are we trying to be? We don't even have a Target, okay? So, y'all are trying to be a whole lot uppity for people that don't have Target, okay? My HOA is ridiculous. I have told them this many a times. If we don't have a Target, we don't need to put on airs, all right? Yeah, for some reason, I never won, HOA awards or positions, mostly because I told people, hey, you want someone that's going to spend your money not like a drunken sailor? Do you want someone that actually has a plan? I just didn't do the peopling thing. Like, I'm not going to go out in the neighborhood and try to be friendly with people. I'll tell you, like, hey, you want someone smart that's not going to steal all your money? Ooh, I like it. I was gonna see if they would allow a bitch barn or a C word corral if she shed was off. So far they've denied the bitch barn, but I will start paperwork for the C corral.
Couple months ago in December.
Was that when she's over in the trailer because she has kids? Because I don't talk to Charlotte Wise every day, and she babysitted today at home couple times. I could hear her playing when I was talking to her.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. It was never house working on chicken shack.
Well, however it is,
Mom stayed a couple nights at the trailer with me and she took Evelyn.
I know she was there because Ashley told me, but she's guilty of something.
That's never, that's not here nor there at this point. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
We're worried about that one.
I had to tell her, and I had to tell little 50 y'all that I didn't hear from Angel. I was going to get my son Elijah home,
Yeah.
because I know if she runs, she'd take him.
Oh, wow.
And I told her, I don't like to lie.
Yeah.
But when it comes, something I had to. I didn't have no choice.
Yeah.
I said, they called the social workers. I said, you gotta have Elijah back there at 12 o'clock, come in there at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
She said, well, who called? I said, I don't know. I said, y'all said, Ashley called. Y'all, or Megan said Ashley called. I said, well, I don't know. Megan didn't call. I said, I don't know who called. They ain't gonna tell me that.
Yeah.
But anyway, to make a long story short,
Better idea. So I do have a, sort of secret thing in my back pocket, and I have always threatened it as the nuclear option. But I did sustain my injury on a poorly lit and, crumbling part of our subdivision or HOA. The HOA is supposed to be in charge of maintaining this road. Now, seeing as how I'm an intelligent person and realized I'm not the most liked in the HOA, I have never sued them because they would just make a Mo sucks assessment and then, I already have to still live with these people, okay? But my nuclear option would be to sue them, and the only thing I would want in recompense would be for the HOA to be disbanded. I think it's fair. Of course, I would also like to see them dressed up in, ridiculous costumes while they disband and have an entire ceremony of disbanding and shaming. But, we can negotiate those things. Mr. Mo says, you have thought about a long time this ceremony of shame. And I'm like, yes, I have. Yes, I have. He's like, you scare me sometimes. And I was like, that's good for a marriage.
she was her boss. And she started crying. She said, well, I'm just gonna have to leave from here. Now, are you happy with what you've done? And I thought about it. And then when I met her, usually, every time I pick the kids up, she's cussing or telling me what I've done or Ends up to belonging. We went her dingles.
Well, you know, I was in the parking lot.
I didn't know you was in the car.
Not in
Wait.
her car.
What the hell is a dingles? I have to look this up. Dingles is a tennis game. Okay, it must be like a local restaurant, but I now need a t-shirt from Dingles for Dingus. Ooh, that's a good idea. I was going to make them dress up as well, you know, the working men and do the YMCA. But that works too.
I didn't know you was in one.
When they met.
Today, I recorded it, whatever, but I've been up so long, I ain't got no sleep, man, I feel like it's on.
Same way.
I cried my eyes out over that baby, and I'll get up in the middle of the night and can't go back to the point,
So you met Angel?
and,
Yeah, the only person that hasn't been having a hard time sleeping is Megan. It's really odd.
She's supposed to be there
So
for
on the 17th February?
the other day I recorded, Evelyn, she opened.
Oh, really?
Truck, and I told her, she was,
Okay.
we sent her in Ashford.
So, Wise Angel UK, I will tell you that I have gotten addicted to the big quiz show. Observation Station, yes, she was in custody up to her trial. I may have a crush on Richard, is his name Adewale? Anyways, just thought I'd let you know, if as a UK person, I definitely love the big quiz show. It is my favorite thing. You guys have such wonderful humor that we don't have, and Richard Adewale. There we go. Or possibly that's something that sounds slightly like his name. Possibly. I may have watched him when I was having my infusions, so I may be fairly confused about how to say the names. Not gonna lie.
She pulls up, and I tried to get her cameras to get us, because I don't want to be lied on.
Yeah.
I think so.
And, I said, Ashley, I said, you deal with her, I saw her on tonight. And Ashley got out,
I know what dingleberries are.
and,
Megan's one.
she got out, and opened my truck door up. We was married 18, 19 years, I know it won't better than anybody else. She got out crying, and I've never seen her cry the way she was crying. And she opened the truck up, put Elijah, did you see her crying when she was crying? Put Elijah in the back seat, in his car seat, and buckled him in. And I mean, the tears, man, just like you take that bottle of water, was rolling down her cheeks.
Is that right?
She never opened her mouth up to me. She never said one word. And I told Ashley then, I said, son,
I wonder if Megan told her mom and that's why she was running. I bet her mom knew. I mean, that would explain a lot of this. I think Megan confessed to her mom, and then Megan was going to try to say, oh, well, my mom knew all about this the whole time, if her mom didn't go along with the, I took her to Mendota. Now, none of that maths out, but for the love of, how she thought this was going to work, I can barely understand.
what's going on? She knows something. She knows that's the last time she's going to lay eyes on that Elijah. Because Elijah's her pick.
Okay.
Oh,
And I thought,
Ingalls, not Dingles. Oh no, I was riding with a friend, we hit a pothole, and suddenly we were taking a beer shower, then spending the next 20 minutes laughing about getting pulled over and arrested for DUI. I have never feared getting pulled over until I got hurt, because now I'm not stable like on the best of days. Probably, emotionally, dramatically, and also just positionally. So I'm always worried that I'm going to have to tell the cops I have CRPS, and then it's going to take another hour to explain what CRPS is. And then after that, they're going to forget why they pulled me over, and they're just going to arrest me because I've taken so much time. It's amazing what my mind thinks up at 3 a.m. But I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get arrested because no one understands what the hell I have. They're going to think I'm making it up. And then by the time they, Google it, it will have been 5 hours later.
All about it after left me and actually got, and I meant to tell y'all, and I've had
I
so
think
much
it's
run through
for
my mind,
vehicular
I tried to
theft
speculate
because of the
doing something.
BMW,
And I told Ashley, I said, I've never seen that
and
woman cry like that.
not straight
And then it
legal
dawned on me,
pharmaceuticals.
she knows that's the last time she's going to see watch.
Right.
So I don't know what she knows or what she's done, but something like it never did happen. Now, she'd come up and cry and try to get Roger started, so he would go home. And
Do you
yet,
know anybody that she knows in Mendota, Virginia? 'Cause that's where she was hell bent to take me to, that she knew was Mendota, Virginia.
now, if I had got some people,
In Mendota,
not Mendota,
close to it,
no,
Damascus.
just listen, my girl, finish, I don't know, I worked over so much, before you get to Snowflake,
Well, like I said, she never specified her
Well, you get
name.
this before you get to Nicholsville, there's a little place called Snowflake back this side of it. Gladys's brother lived there on that farm, and there's some other people.
Well, this is my mom's grandma. She passed
Yeah,
away.
yeah, that's right. Maybe they can have some people over, I don't know.
Yeah,
She knows so many people, she's been in and out of jail on what she does,
yeah.
that I don't know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that, I don't know.
Well, she wasn't exit 7. I don't think she's there now after yesterday. Like I said, me and the two other guys, I have to think. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Did y'all check that, the motels, was any other register, her register?
Well, thank you for joining us, Dickie Widget. We're going to go about 30 more minutes.
It got everybody else to put
It was Colin Jeff. Did you check under Michael McLeod?
I didn't go out there with.
Okay, well, it's William's dad.
I'll do it.
But it was Colin Jeff. We went like everywhere. And exit 7, tried following her. Nothing.
But that's what I've been telling you from the get-go. You told so many lies, nobody knows to believe you. Like when Ashley first got together, she lied to me about anything. I hear her on the phone line to her mama. I said, Ashley, that's one place I never talked to her. I said, no reason you lied. She lied to her mama one day because where her mama's driveway is, well, Tommy's truck's clean. And they've been going down the road, my truck's dirty, man, it's unreal. He don't want to bring up the driveway to get dirty. I said, what are you talking about? My truck's dirty. I said, well, Auntie Mama, she got off the phone from her. That was way back there, which I broke her from lying. I said, there's no reason why. Because if you tell this lie, you tell that.
Yeah, I really didn't want to think they were looking into her because she took off yesterday when she got that idea.
Just when you're trying to make my girl this shit don't trick her again.
I know.
And I'm telling you, if you know something, you just don't say the word till I get done. If an accident happened, you need to tell it, because if something did happen to the baby, and they get it, you can go to prison for the rest of your life. Child molesters, and somebody harms your babies, their life is living in prison.
From your lips to God's ears, though I think God's more in the whole redemption thing, from your lips to table flipping Jesus, from that part where Jesus got angry in the Bible and flipped some tables.
I told them everything I know.
No, I'm telling you,
I told them,
am I right or wrong? You're right.
I told them every single thing I know.
Okay.
Anywhere I think she could be. Do you have any other numbers for her besides the 3 that I might have gave them?
That's on Ashley's phone, because I never call her off this phone, because she harassed me so much and called and cussed me out.
Okay, well, I have like Will's 647 number and then a 375.
What she was doing there last, she called from that text now, wherever
Yeah,
it was.
375.
She called from that one, and the last few times she's a walking remember, that time I thought after we Ashley about talking, I said, Well, she, we had that note, why would she be blocking the number? And it dawned on me, I said, she might be in a motel somewhere, and they won't know where she's at, or she's blocking the number. You know, I mean,
I only have 3 numbers for her.
but if the accident had made, you know, you just need to tell them. But just please, because when you try to find it, if something happened and do autopsy, come on, no, you don't have to tell them. Technology is too smart. And if you be honest now, right or wrong, y'all go along with it. Long she's being honest.
Okay, Tommy, no, the cops are going to try to get her on the highest charges they can. And the cops don't make charges, it's the DA. But the DA will try to get her for as much as they can. This is not a like crosswalk jaywalking ticket. This is, they have called in a gajillion people to try to find this baby. And I am guessing tomorrow when we go over the medical examiner, it's going to be horrific. And yeah, no.
But I said
You know what I'm saying?
several times today we talked about that.
I know, and I told you all clearly.
I'm just agreeing.
Well, like, we're just trying to, we're not one to argue with my girl. I love you. You're my daughter. I love you regardless. I might not agree with what you do, but that don't stop me from loving you, care about you, worrying about you. I know when you've argued, had our disagreements, but that don't stop what I feel about you. And if you be honest, and go before the judge, they'll stand up to the judge and tell them she's honest. If you keep lying and they go before a judge and tell them what she told me, tell that judge don't throw hands.
Okay.
Just like I told you that day before we went to court.
I know that, and I came clean to them after I was from you. I'm not start talking about it after I was
Well, we think you come clean, we don't know.
Oh, but yes.
We hope you come clean,
I did.
but back to the fact, it's like that day before we walked in that courtroom, I was like, I don't want to, you mouthpiece that judge, you're trying to overtalk him. You try to overtalk the judge, and he's a little loud, you know what you do? Well, I told you to. So now you better stop playing with the girl.
Okay.
The way everybody looks at it, that's your baby. You're the one responsible. I got Charlotte Rice at home and 2 little ones. Some accident, one of them, I'm responsible. There's nobody to push finger other than me. That's the reason why we're all pointing the finger at you. So you can stand it straight up. Because they done told me you done tell a bunch of lies earlier. So how do we know you're going to believe you 100% now? It's going to come out.
Oh,
It's just a matter of-
Tommy, you almost had it. You should have let that silence just hang. Because she really is good at engaging. She wants to fight back. She wants to overtalk you. But she doesn't engage. She doesn't initiate the conversation unless you do. And she's trying to, counter your things so defensively so you feel bad or you don't talk to her.
Times they find out what went on. They got, how many times you got 40-some people working on this?
We got like 40-some people working out of this specific location.
Yeah.
That I swear to God.
She must mean that you know really cool people because everyone here on the Petty Express is awesome. So she must be like, your tribe is awesome and your vibe is spectacular. At least that's what I would take it as.
I just told him the
Okay,
truth.
well, I'm just telling you, I mean, it's just a matter of time till it comes out.
I told them the truth. just
Same,
now.
JKD
Or right
Bucks,
when he called
same.
you. That's when I started talking.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you, I mean, it's like a clock on that bomb, it's ticking.
But do you know where else mom would be?
I don't know where your mom would be. I don't hang out with your mom. And then usually whenever, I don't know where she lived at over at Will, or to your mom and dad's.
Well,
But other than that,
Do you know the exact address on Jenkins Hollow Road, or just that it was on Jenkins Hollow Road?
Not her emotions, but her need to be perceived as a good person right now. Right now, she is, clinging desperately to this kind of robe of and cloak of motherhood. Like, I'm the poor mother, I'm the poor mother. If you don't feed into that, if you won't allow her to, because I've noticed she doesn't start conversations, she responds to questions. But if you just let her sit there and you don't give her anything to read off your face, that might increase her anxiety. It's a lot like me. If I can't read emotions on people, it's really hard for me to figure out what's going on. I barely read humans correctly to begin with, but then if they're kind of flat affect, it's really very hard for me to understand. She she doesn't, but she has a pride. She thinks she is a good mom like Sarah Boone. Again, she has displayed very Sarah Boone-esque behaviors, like, you don't know, I'm a good mom, just ask anybody. Or, you guys are trying to put words in my mouth, you guys won't go to Mendota, you won't listen to me. Not to the belligerence that Sarah has it, but it is that building block, that start of, it is never my fault. This happened to me, I did not cause this.
I don't know the address, I can take you there, but I didn't know the road, anything, I'm not well educated, so I don't look at road signs, I'll mark something, this church, or that bridge, or that store, or.
Yeah. There's like a river behind it, and it's a trailer, guy who lives there, his name's Judy.
Yeah, if you go just a little ways on that road, there's a bridge across, so before you cross that bridge, I'm trying to picture it from there.
It's kind of like a yellowy tan colored trailer, and it's got a little porch that has like a stove sitting out front of it, and a bunch of other junk.
There's a fence goes in between that, there's a little house, and there's the two trailers, there's the one trailer behind the house where he was at, because when we went over to, I think picked Charlotte up that last time, Elijah, because she told me she wouldn't let the cabin. Just put me on speaker when we talked to the kids. Just put me on speaker, I said, like kids, I said, I'm coming to get my kids, you let me have them, I'm bringing them along with me. And I know everybody in there hear me, when she put me on speaker. Boy, they got ants in their pants. Me and Charlotte watched them out my book and drive by. Okay. Yeah. See, your mom, yeah, nobody.
Now, I know that last conversation or little paragraph that Tommy said was closed captioned times 2, and I still don't understand half of what he said. I'm like, I have double closed captions, and I'm still confused as to what he said in that last couple seconds. That is a feat.
Better still. She don't love you kids, but I love y'all. I lay down and die. I die for any of you. And we wouldn't make eye about it. She's not that way, man. If you don't love her, something's wrong. She's for herself. Whatever benefits her, whatever keeps her out of trouble, she's for herself. And I tried to explain it. Mikey knows that's the reason Mikey's talked to her, 8 years?
Well, the selfish Kahunti, apple didn't fall far from the selfish mom tree, did it?
What do you think your brother's going to talk to her for?
It's just on that thing.
She's not inside that statement is. You don't cross your family like that and you think your family's going to love you. You got to think your brother's in prison. And then she tells me, oh, that's your fault. You done all this. And like he's a young, smart, intelligent man, he runs that business, he's a good man, and if they want me to raise his school drive, goes to work, goes home. But he told me, he said, if I had $1 million money to raise, I said, the homeless person, he said, I'd give it to him before I give her $1. I said, son, that's your mom. I said, I'm going to give her $1 to that. I said, that's the way you feel. I said, that's the way you feel. I said, you want to talk to her, do what you want. I said, I'm not going to be mad at her saying word to you. don't get mad when I say this, I don't think you're telling us the truth.
And telling the truth. I'm giving them every single way I know how to find her.
Yeah, you want me to give him every single way to find her.
That I'm being
Where's that
honest.
one?
Mom had her love.
Well, why did you say he had her?
Because I thought Mom was gonna run off. Which now it's a little late for that, don't get me wrong, but you know, I kinda wanted to just take off and leave.
Why would she just take off and leave right now?
Can you walk out of the room for a second?
Absolutely. That's the way it's-
The absolute epic, and I do mean galaxy brain on this chick. Like, can you leave the room? Like, the cops aren't gonna see what she told her father. Megan, you know, just for making me laugh. She's like, can you excuse us? We need to have a private, you know, tete-a-tete, if you will. I can't with this chick.
We'll just take some of the things we started to do. Well,
Thanks, man, appreciate it.
yeah, thank you, Tom. Thank you.
You know when all that stuff happened and she was still running off that car and accusing me of doing it?
Yeah.
That was the start of that.
How's it going, Jennifer?
She wanted the money back.
Yeah.
Okay,
So why would she want that?
you're not following my point.
No.
Okay, she stayed at the trailer with me for a little bit, okay? She watched Evelyn while I went to work for a little bit.
Mhm.
And then she started about that money, like, I'm really broke, I don't have, you know, a dime to my name at this point in my life, and she just, I went to work again. I came back and she was gone. I called her, she's like, bring me the money and I'll let you have her back. That, I swear to God, right hand to God, that's how it went down.
Yes, yes, Lord, I hear you. Yes, I just received direct spiritual guidance from the Lord Himself, and He would like to be completely excused from this conversation that Megan's trying to have with him. Ma'am, again, for the love of all that is holy, I wear Crocs to church because I am an irreverent dingus, you know, half the time. And I'm pretty sure that the Lord has just given up on me. He made this mouth, and I try not to be especially hateful to innocent people. Now, I don't know, probably playing with her phone. But if I am self-aware enough to know that I am irreverent and maybe not the cup of tea of most people, how the heck are you going to raise your hand to any sort of benevolent savior? Oh,
Well, what'd she do with Evelyn?
That I don't know. Yesterday she kept trying to take me to Minota. Every time that I would talk to her between now and like last month when she did finally start talking to me, and every time I asked her about it, she'd be like, she'd say,
Well-
get her back in a little bit.
Here, I'll just step back in for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you tell her what you was talking?
No,
Megan?
your baby is missing. Again, they have already told you they don't care about any drug money you owe your mother, any sort of anything. They just want to find the baby. And again, this moron thinks they don't have cameras, like they didn't just watch her say this stuff.
Look, I don't know, I didn't hear what was being
Why
said
would she
there,
need to tell
but,
you that?
well, let's just put it like this. I've said it before to her, we'll start fresh again, okay? Everything we talked about.
well, no, it's all to do with Mom.
I get that, but we're not going to hold against you, okay? We want Evelyn, so what else is there?
Tell you.
Okay, so a while ago, Mom said that I took money off of her debit card, and I did not. And she stayed with me in the trailer for a few days after that whole deal, so I mean, I thought we were good. That's when she was watching around going to work.
All right, so Angel said Maggie took money from debit card.
Mm-hmm.
debit card.
Mom kept Evelyn overnight when the first night that I stayed at Hunter's, and I was late to work the next morning by like 20 minutes.
So Mom kept Evelyn the first night you stayed at Hunter's. When was that?
A week after the chicken shack opened.
So first night, Maggie stayed at Hunter's. Help me out with the date. I don't know anything about the chicken shack. Don't know when it opened.
Do you have that on the calendar right here to follow that?
What month and beginning of the
December,
Okay.
I guess it would have been 2 weeks after. It probably was around like either the 14th or the 16th.
Okay. 12, 14, or 12, 16.
Okay.
Mom kept Evelyn the first night. Maggie stayed at Hunter's the 14th or the 16th of December.
Okay. I was supposed to be at work at 6 a.m. the next morning, but I stopped by the trailer to check.
Maggie stopped by a trailer where Angel and Evelyn were. All right.
They weren't there, and she started, hey, when you give me all that money back from the debit card, I'll let you have her back.
Angel and Evelyn weren't there. Angel stated, give me the money back you stole from my debit card, and you can have Evelyn back, right?
Right.
We like always.
I guess it was Bessie.
Where was who?
Will, I was
Okay.
He didn't stay at the trailer, but he wanted that.
Okay.
You go back to Will, I
Angel,
Yeah.
Angel said to you, give me the money back you stole from my debit card, you can have Evelyn back. Text, phone, Facebook,
Phone.
talking over the phone. Okay. What number were you using then?
Like my number?
Yeah.
It was the 579 number that I should have done.
Well, tell me the 423
579
579
6173.
6173.
I don't know which number Mom was calling from at that point.
Okay. So Maggie.
And I'm just remembering that I think he was formerly with the TBI, and the TBI was explaining, the first gentleman from the TBI was explaining that they tend not to audio record interviews, outside TBI headquarters. So he might have to take copious notes and be very clear about what they say, actually have them, agree as he's writing down the notes. I believe so. I believe she kind of took cues from her dad. Her dad was, again, obviously there are strong feelings from her father to her mom. And he was basically, downing her mom, saying she would give anyone over for money. And this probably gave Megan the idea, hey, Dad's going to totally back me up if I say Mom, would do something stupid, like take the kids for money, because he's been talking about how, she's not really good with, child custody arrangements, how she always threatens to take the kids. So Dad's going to buy into this narrative quite quickly, and maybe he'll even add some extraneous details, and really give the verisimilitude or the appearance of truth, to this sort of theory. Because again, now she has an ally in the room that can back up all the mom is evil, mom is horrible, she is likely to do this out of vengeance.
At what time did you have that conversation?
Of the day?
Well, I mean, not.
It was early in the morning, Dad, like
That's fine.
before 6:30.
Okay, I do know this. I can't remember when in December, she had my two kids over there,
Yeah.
and she told me she babysat them.
Okay.
I did hear Evelyn was back, but I can't remember the exact
I'm
date.
not sure. December. Okay. All right. So it's 12,
And
14,
she told me
12,
she would
16.
babysit them. She's a hiding somewhere, she's gonna be running.
What else?
That's it.
Okay.
Now see, you raised your hand to God, and you
It's Bluntville, I believe. Bluntville? And again, see how dad's gonna again chime in like mom's hiding something, mom's running from something. So Megan thinks that if she has this ally here that's gonna, back her up, that her mom's into some shady shenanigans. And again, Tommy has been very open, very, helpful to the police, calling them on, top of this. So he would be the perfect ally to have in her mind because she thinks that the cops, trust him and he's been cooperating. While she is not smart, she is cunning. And I think a lot of this is subconscious for her, but she is able to quickly figure out who's going to back her story and kind of change her narrative to fit the person, you know. And especially she knows Tommy, she knows what buttons to play, she knows that her mom is enemy number one. We have not gotten to that part yet. I believe we might get to that probably tomorrow. I'm going to do a little bit longer of this, probably to the end of this section. So we'll see, because I do have to take my daughter out this evening. So we will get as far as we can and welcome Heidi, 1776.
You told the truth the first time, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not mad at you, I'm not fussing at you, but
Let's,
how many jokes has she told you?
well, I don't know. I don't know.
It's supposed to be on me, but we know we're wrong.
I don't know. We can take what you tell us, but we have to go verify it. You know?
And you're killing time. If Evelyn out there, somebody got her, and tell them this, tell them that, and lead them over here where they should be over here to find her.
They need to go talk to mom, and I literally told them every way in the world I have to get a hold of her for where she might be.
Well, let's do this. Since I've been doing different things and Matt's been doing different things, can I just...
Mom has family in Oklahoma. Do you think she'd go there?
Okay. Mom has family. Angel has family in Oklahoma.
Do you know if she had money made in Oklahoma?
Angel has family.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
So the Petty Express may run a little bit later tomorrow because we will be doing, weekly wrap up with Shizzy Wiznut. It's just a longer Friday stream. Again, after we've covered a trial like this, it's kind of a place where Shizzy and I find really weird stories and spend about 2 hours to 3 hours cracking up. So it starts at the normal time for my morning show, so 8, and we will be on his channel tomorrow, so Shizzy Wiznut, and we just have fun, hang out. It's kind of like your favorite brother and sister who like to, be sarcastic and ridiculous, together with the craziest stories that I can find. So if you'd like to join us, it will be 8 a.m. on Shizzy Wiznut's channel. Wolfram, if you could put up his link when you get a chance, that would be super awesome sauce. Thank you.
I know she has family.
I'm sorry, that just popped in my head.
Gladys's brother, ain't it?
Yeah, Howard Jack.
Yeah.
Who?
Howard Jack.
Howard
Jack.
Jack. That's first and last name?
I don't think that's his last name. I don't know. It's gone.
That's how you know.
If that's
Mom was
Gladys,
talking about him.
if that was Gladys's brother, Delmer was a Delmer.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot about her family in Oklahoma. Just not talking about
That's
him.
fine. Let's do this. Let me
He
get
threatened to go to Oklahoma.
Matt back in here. You okay with talking to Matt again?
Yeah.
What I want to do is we're going to plug this in, we're going to narrow that down in our timeline and see when exactly we can say definitively we last saw Evelyn. Okay? So, Cubby, if you don't mind, just because of kind of the space, I'm going to get Matt in
That's
there
fine.
and swap you all out.
Anybody can do it.
Let me step out. Would you like anything to drink?
Get this
No, I'm
back.
good, thank you.
Would you like
Oh,
the bathroom break?
No.
Would you like a Mountain Dew?
No.
Anything to eat? Okay. I'll be right back.
like, so that's why I was trying to tell you more. You go from this to that, we don't know if that's what you on your house is true.
Let's go ahead and step
All right,
out.
right.
I'll be fine, man. If you need anything, just wave off.
Oh, the snot thing. Why must you do this to me, Megan? We should all blame Shizzy. Could not be bothered. She just does not give two rats patooties.
Well, you're hungry. You're not hungry? I'm sleepy. I bet I can find some more of those crackers. You sure? Alright. So, what I was talking about doing was narrowing down this timeline. So I didn't specifically ask, but this 12:14 or 12:16, when Mom said, "You owe me money, I'm not going to give you Evelyn back unless you pay me the money." How much money is she saying?
I don't know, because I did not take money out of the other fund.
Did she say, "Hey, it was $10, it was $1 million"?
No, she didn't give me the
She
bond.
just said money? Okay.
I will say this though.
Well, hang on, keep that thought, all right? Is this the last time you talked to Mom about Evelyn?
No,
Have you seen Evelyn alive since that time?
no.
Okay.
I didn't see her that morning. So it would have been like the night before, because I stayed at 100 that night.
How is it that we could narrow it down and you can say definitively it was the 14th or it was the 16th or?
I don't remember if it was like a Saturday or Monday, but it was one of the two, because it was like after the second week I started working at JJ.
Okay, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I loved her money, and I did spend $30 or whatever in clothes on the internet, but she knew about that. So that's what she was talking about.
Okay. All right, so let me go back. We're gonna try to make a timeline here, okay? Let's stay. Here's where we think Evelyn. So then we have Mom came and got her. Angel got Evelyn. You say 12/7.
She started staying at my house.
Okay. So from the 7th to the 14th or the 16th, did she stay there about a week?
She stayed there like for a couple days, and then she left for a couple days and came back.
Is that all during that week time
Yeah.
frame?
Yeah.
Was it more than a week long?
No.
Mom got mad and left a couple of days after. Was that when she left? She got mad,
Yeah.
but then came back.
What's she mad about? I'm not missed that part.
I wouldn't let Will come over.
Okay. Don't hold back, something like that. Ain't no big deal. Okay. Angel called Chicken Shack
In January.
in January. That's the day you had court.
Yeah, she asked for me.
And you weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you talk to Angel that day?
Yeah.
And what court was it again? Washington County?
Yeah, Washington County Session.
What'd y'all talk about?
Well, she was like, "Hey, can you come over later?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine," you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She was on speaker, and like there were people at the windows. I really wasn't going into like details.
Okay. All right. Is that the day you went over to Elizabethton?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Evelyn wasn't there.
No.
Okay.
Hunter came with me, and me and Mom walked outside, and that's when we started talking about Evelyn.
Hunter was with Maggie. All right. You walked outside and started talking about Evelyn. What are you talking about?
Well, I kept asking her, and she was like, "She's somewhere safe. Don't worry about it." Like,
Did you worry?
I mean, no, she's showing she's okay.
Okay. That was approximately a month after you'd seen.
How did she show you she was okay when you said you haven't seen her alive since your mother took her? Make it make sense. Like, she's fine. Okay, Mom, I guess I haven't seen my kid for another, almost a month. All right, I'll talk to you again later. Thanks for this custody arrangement.
Seen Evelyn?
Around the 9.
I mean, let me just ask you this. Were you just wanting a break from Evelyn?
I never told Mom to take her. I just wanted her to help me, like, watch her.
Yeah.
And not that I wouldn't say at Hunter's, yes, I didn't want a break, and I was like, I'm going to be back in the morning for her to work, check on her.
But what I'm saying is we've got about a month time span where you're not seeing Evelyn
I couldn't get hold of mom, she changed her phone number.
Right.
I had no clue where she was at.
But you're not like freaking out, oh my God, I need to call the police.
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, I just need a break from Evelyn, I'm tired of raising Evelyn.
Well, I thought she was okay.
Okay. Yes. So let's say this, we've got as late as the 12th or the 16th. Never talked to your mom from that point to when she called you in January?
I would try to contact her, and I even called her parents and stuff, and asked if they knew where she was at, and they told me no.
So,
I didn't have like a current phone number for her.
okay, let me just ask it directly. Did you ever speak to your mom in person during that time frame?
No.
Did you text her?
Facebook messaging.
She didn't have Facebook. I tried to.
Well, I mean,
Whatever
like-
number she had, but I couldn't get hold of
Just
her.
here's what I'm asking. Did you all have a conversation through text messages during that time?
No.
Snapchat,
She doesn't do
Instagram,
anything like that.
whatever. There's probably something I've never even heard of.
She doesn't do anything
Do
like
you
that.
do anything like that?
I have Instagram.
Okay. Were you messaging her on anything during that time?
No. I tried to contact her, like I said, in that phone number, like somebody else had had at that point.
Okay. So like a month goes by, there's zero communication with you and Angel, right?
Right.
You talk to her maybe, can you tell me at the 1st of January? The end of January?
I really don't remember. It was definitely in the first part of the month.
Okay.
You go look at my birthday list.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
We can, yeah, we can do that.
So it was your court date in Washington County, Kansas,
Yes.
for reckless driving?
Reckless driving. Doing like 90 or 95 and like a 65.
We don't even care about that. We're
No.
trying
Well, I
to-
was just letting you know so that way it's specified. I think it was for.
You got a bunch of tickets in January?
Did I?
I'm asking
I
you.
mean, no. I got it in December. I got the ticket in December.
The
Right.
court date was in January.
Yeah.
And that's
it
when
was
your
from
mom
Texas.
called you? That's the day you talked to your mom?
Yeah. I remember that because she called while I was gone.
Just out of the blue, had talked to you in a month, roughly,
Yeah.
a couple weeks.
Well, she tried to call a mommy first, and a mom told her I was working at Chicken Shack.
She tried to call where?
A mommy. Dad's mom. Grandma.
Alright.
Okay.
How'd you call her?
A mommy.
Oh, mommy.
Yeah. I started calling her that when I was little, like old mommy.
I just not heard that.
Raised me.
I just not heard that before.
Well, I try not to say that because then
Well, that's fine.
it's
I mean,
confusing.
well, as long as we know what you're talking about. Okay. All right. So month-ish goes by. You don't hear from
Yeah.
Angel. You hear from her that day. You go over to Elizabeth, and do you drive with her or follow her? Just meet her there?
No, me and Hunter drove over to the house she was at.
Was she already there?
Yeah.
Okay.
If that was the trailer, Jude's trailer,
Okay.
on the river, or you can call her.
Okay. Well, you know which, well, we'll get to that later. Evelyn's not there.
Right.
What do you do?
Well, me and her walked outside to talk, and I asked her, and she just kept saying to me, hey, she's somewhere safe, she's not here right now, it's fine, don't worry about it.
What do you do after that?
I mean, me and Hunter went home, and
Okay.
the next day I see her.
Right up.
Back up,
Court date was when?
in January. I had one in February too. It got reset.
Same speeding ticket.
Yeah, I went to London, and like, you know, the guy was like, oh, well, like, if you go in front of court, like, if you don't get a lawyer, blah, 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 like, I could give you, like, 70 days in jail, and I was like, I want this reset, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, it's a record, that's the first ticket I got.
Okay.
And, they had it reset, and the second time I went, the guy was like, get this $20 bond. That was on February 13th, the second time.
Okay, and that's the one I found out just now, February 13th.
Yeah.
So your date,
My first court date was in
we're
January.
trailing it, alright.
So you and Hunter leave trailer and Elizabeth, and Evelyn's not there.
No, Detective Beautiful Cheekbones, you dip too? We have to baconate this, but I have seen unfortunate evidence of dipping with Detective High Cheekbones. And again, I have no stones to throw because I vape, so there you go. But still, you have such beautiful cheekbones.
Yeah.
So your date,
It's
My first court date
okay.
was in January.
we're trailing it, alright.
So you and Hunter leave trailer and Elizabeth, and Evelyn's not there. Your mom says she's safe. Did you say, or did your mom show you pictures of Evelyn?
Mm-mm.
FaceTime,
Mm-mm.
phone call? Did you ask for a picture?
Yes. A
Okay.
few days later, she showed me one picture, but I couldn't tell if it was an older picture.
Let's talk about that day.
Okay.
Okay, on that day, did you ask for a picture?
Yeah.
What did you,
I said, do you have any pictures of her? Like, has she been with you? Did you take any pictures with her? Like, you know, thing.
what'd your mom say?
She said, I'll show you one later.
Okay, later, like here in a minute, or I'll send you one later tonight.
She meant like she'll send me one later that night. She didn't.
Okay. What'd you do when you didn't get a picture?
Let someone have my child unauthorized and then say, I'll send you a photo whenever. Now, I would simply pull up Liam Neeson's, soliloquy in Taken. And I don't know if I've shared with you guys, but when I get very, 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 very angry, I tend to talk very calmly and very slowly because I want you to understand exactly what I'm telling you. Well, it could be called a monologue. I think a soliloquy is at the end, but I could be wrong. They could be synonyms. But yeah, I would just, yeah, tell me as a mom, you're not going to send me a picture of my child when you have my child without my authorization. No, that is never going to happen.
Later that night?
I called her the
That
next
night?
morning.
The next morning?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I was like, hey, like, can I have that picture of her? I was like, I just want to see her.
What phone did you call from?
Hunters.
Okay. What number did you call? One of those you gave us, or a different
It was
one?
Jude's number.
Oh.
I don't have it.
I just got it now. I reread it
Is it
slowly.
on phone?
Um,
And it would have been called from Hunter's phone in January sometime, or early January. And we don't know what Jude's last name is.
Mom just told me, but I don't remember something really funky. I can take you to her house.
Okay. Had Jude and Elizabeth know Evelyn asked for a picture?
January 9th, 2020 was the court date.
Okay, so January 9th, you're confident of your court date, you drove over to Elizabeth?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, January 9th. Now we've got the time frame from, like I said, about a month, the 14th to the 16th. Okay. All right, in January, no Evelyn asked for a picture, did not receive.
I heard you number something too.
Okay, so January, you're saying you didn't get a picture. The next morning, January 10th, you called your mom. Okay. Called Angel. Did you speak to Angel? You talked to her
She
that
called me
morning?
back,
Okay.
but it was that morning.
Angel called back same morning. What you said?
She just said, I'll send you one in a minute. I just got out. She ended up showing me like an actual printed picture of Evelyn, and I'm like, I won't lie, like I took every step that child made, I was taking pictures of her. So I couldn't remember when I taken her, when she'd actually taken, just to be honest with you, because literally like every time that child did anything, I was like,
Yeah.
let me take a picture.
Well, that was the question I was trying to get at last night. How did you go from being literally obsessed with Evelyn, and I'm not using obsessed in a negative context, I'm using it like you're the mother, you love everything a child does, you're snapping pictures, to, okay, my mom's got my kid, well, maybe somebody else has my kid, I'm not gonna worry about it. How did that transition happen?
Yeah, how,
I didn't want
Megan?
mom to do
How?
anything to her.
Huh?
I didn't want mom to do anything to her.
I don't understand.
Are you saying that you were afraid that if you came forward and told us that your mom would do something to the
Well, that's
child?
why I didn't tell you yesterday. I thought she might run off with her and just like.
Is that-
No. Let's go back. Let's go back to
Yeah.
December 12th, 14th, 16th. From November of 2018, you're obsessed with Evelyn. Love every breath she takes. This day comes along, you don't see Evelyn, everything seems happy-go-lucky. You're with Hunter, you're working at the chicken shack, everything's cool. I'm not seeing my daughter. How does that work? How do you go from,
I didn't want her to do anything or like take her anywhere with me, like just never get her back.
okay. All right, January the 10th, you called Angel for a picture. Picture later, right?
Right.
Send picture later. All right. Did you get a picture January 10th?
No.
Okay. When did you get a picture?
She showed me like a physical hard copy of like a little 4x6 pictures
Yeah.
the next day.
Was that in person?
Yeah, in person.
So now we're January
At
11th.
Dollar Road.
How'd you get there?
Hunter took me.
So Hunter drives Maggie to Jude's. Is Evelyn there?
No.
Okay. Evelyn not there. All right, so you show up hoping to see Evelyn?
Yeah.
She's not there. What did you say?
She just, I asked again where she was and she kept saying the same thing. She said, don't worry about it. But she just showed me that picture.
Angel said Evelyn.
Okay, so what Megan might not notice, but those of us who have watched like every single interrogation because their leg hates them sometimes, what he did was a not so subtle move closer to invade her personal space. Detective Great Cheekbones is buying none of this. Now, again, they have kind of got her ticket, you know, crazy about Evelyn. Hunter comes along, whatever. Evelyn's, you know what, one, she can take care of herself. But I did like the not so subtle, I'm gonna lean into you because I buy none of your BS.
Is safe.
I mean, the picture is just of Evelyn, like, sitting on the floor playing. And to be honest with you, like I said, like, I didn't know if I had taken it, maybe she had printed it off, but she'd actually taken it.
Yeah. So then Angel shows printed out picture. Printed out pic of Evelyn. How long did you stay?
I mean, every time we went over there, we were usually there for at least an hour or longer.
Okay. January 11th. What happens January 12th? The next day.
We still went over there and it was the same thing.
So y'all are going over every day?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna write.
We might not have went like maybe 1 or 2 days out of like the whole month, but like I was in constant contact with her.
Okay, so you're going over there every single day? Yes? And same story.
Thanks for
Are you ever getting any pictures of her?
not after that one,
Never any live pictures?
no.
Facebook,
No.
Instagram, chat,
No.
everything, FaceTime?
No. Mom doesn't have anything like that.
Were you ever on the phone to somebody and hear Evelyn's voice?
No.
Okay. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, like I said, I didn't want to do anything and piss her off and her like just run and not tell me anything.
Okay. So you were over there for an hour, roughly, every time you went over there, and it's kind of the same conversation.
Yeah.
So we'll take it.
So your mom's not giving back your potentia kid, your hypothetic kid. And there's this like force that is, you know, actually trained to go into hostile situations and, you know, kind of sneakily and, you know, kind of surprise and shock and awe the suspects before they run. Now, you would have to call this little number 911 though, Megan, because the SWAT team won't come, you know, just magically. But yeah, the SWAT team could have, if your mom had the child, if we even entertain this for half a second, this big Newton of your imagination, should you have called them and said, hey, my mom, the resident, you know, crazy lady, has my daughter. She's here in yonder. Please go get my baby. The police would be like, well, we will go do that. After they did some surveillance, saw said baby, they would bring her in, or even if they didn't see said baby, they would bring her in and ask her where the baby was.
Hour out of the 24 hours in a day. The other 23 hours, what are you doing during those days?
I was probably at work.
Working?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was either at work or in bed.
Did you ever worry, hey, where's Evelyn?
Well, I mean, yeah, but like I said, that's why yesterday I didn't want to tell you all anything. but now she's already like kind of disappeared, so I mean, like that one.
She's kind of let you hanging out.
Yeah,
Why? We're going over there every day.
to try to get her over to you.
Okay. Did Hunter know?
No, I never told her what's going on.
Why did you tell Hunter you were going over there?
Just to see my mom.
So was Hunter not around when you're asking, hey, where's Evelyn?
No, me and mom was walking around.
Well, let me ask you this, and this may sound crazy, because I don't know the answer. Did Hunter know you had a child named Evelyn?
Yes,
Okay. Did Hunter ever say, hey, where's your daughter?
no,
He didn't care? He
no.
didn't want no babies around?
I mean, I'm not saying that, we just never really like got into the subject.
Okay, what do you think of that?
Thankfully,
Hunter didn't want no babies around?
I don't think so, no.
I'm just asking, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. Because I mean, that's kind of what it sounds like. He knows you're his girlfriend, right? Y'all were living together at the time.
He's driving you over there every day.
Right?
Yeah,
He's like, I've got a girlfriend. Did he ever say I love you?
yeah,
So I'm just trying to figure out what your all status was. So I love this girl. She's got a baby, but I don't care anything about it. Right?
right.
Okay. Did that have anything to do with why you weren't worried about Evelyn?
No,
Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna make a note. January the 12th we got to, so it would go over to
almost every
Jude's.
day, yeah.
Almost every day.
And then whenever she got at that hotel in Wood Springs, she kept telling me, she was only there for 2 or 3 nights, but it was like, oh, like the next night I'll bring her over and you can see her, she's never had her.
We say, hang on, let's get to that. Like, stay for roughly 1 hour.
Yeah.
Go outside. Go outside.
Or Hunter would go out to the car lot to get dinner and then we talk about it.
Away from Hunter. From Hunter. Then talk about Evelyn, right? Did Hunter ever ask about Evelyn?
All right, Detective Great Cheekbones is needing some nicotine, and he is starting to do the dead ass stare that I was talking about. He is just looking at his phone, looking at Megan some more, looking at his phone. He's like, look, I'm gonna need another break. This heifer.
Hunter never asked about Evelyn. During the time you have a phone, like, I mean, you know generally how phones work. I've got a picture on the background of my mountains. Okay. Well, what was the background of your phone?
But then there from my cover photo on Facebook, I went up Evelyn like a little purple chair and she's wearing like a black long sleeve t-shirt.
Good Evelyn.
Yeah, it's a green pants.
You can describe it to a T.
There were leaves in the background.
There you go. You can describe it
It
to a
was
T.
fall. She had a little camo bow in her hair.
You,
It's just the one where she's like smiling, she's patting her hands on things.
well, let me ask you
The
this.
same one I sent to you all.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that one. I remember that
The
one.
purple
So,
little stitch.
you can describe that to a T because you love Evelyn.
Yeah.
Right? So, you're around Hunter.
She
right?
had a little bruise on her face because she was walking and fell.
So, I guess at some point, like, you're
It was
sitting.
like probably like right around here on her cheek. It was kind
Shut
of like
up,
around her cheek.
Megan.
Really?
For God's sake.
So, like, if you and Hunter would be sitting next to each other and you had your phone something like this, looking at it, text or something, that picture, was your phone bigger than mine? Was it a bigger phone?
It was the iPhone and phone.
So that's a pretty good size phone, right?
That's
I'm
not
not
the
sure.
big
Not the
one.
big one? Anyways, but that picture is prominent, right? Did Hunter ever say, oh, there's Evelyn, oh, she's a cutie, oh, I'd like to meet her, I'd like to hold her, I'd like to... Did you ever miss her? You never asked that? Okay. Alright, so stay for roughly 1 hour, advice on.
I'm sorry. It is late in the day, and I am just digging Detective Dead Stare. I am digging him. He is like my spirit animal. He is so done, he is not even willing to speak to Megan anymore because he knows if he does, he's gonna say some cursey words. So he is just dead staring her. And have you noticed how she's kind of avoiding this dead stare? I don't know why this is just tickling me pink right now, but this is honestly, I am living for this detective. He is my spirit animal.
Talk about Evelyn.
Or Hunter girl is not gonna be
Right,
good.
either way. Hunter never asked about Evelyn. You said at some point your mom got a motel hotel room.
Yeah, at Wood Spring Street.
When was that?
She dropped the government check, but,
Which springs?
where's February? Yeah, that was on a Saturday, so I guess it was on, January 31st that she wrote it.
So roughly
I was just checking to see if there was anything.
January 31st, Angel moves
Johnson City, at Wood Spring Street.
here, Johnson City. How many times do you go over there?
Well, she's only there for 3 days.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask. Okay, stayed for 3 days. You went over every time. Maggie, there, every day.
Yeah.
How long did you stay?
A long time, because that's when she can tell me, oh, I can get there in a little bit, oh, I can get in a little bit.
Stayed a long time. How'd you get there?
Either Hunter came with me or I went by myself, and it was in the blue Corolla.
Okay. So you went there with and without Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter. And mom would say, go ahead.
I'll go get her. Mom said, I'll go get her. She said where she was going to get her at? Did you ask?
Yeah, and she would tell me, like, well, if you want to take the car, go get it, take it.
Take the car, go get it.
Yeah,
Where?
and,
Okay. So, mom's at this motel, right?
right.
She's there for 3 days. She says, baby's not here. We're good with that? I mean,
I really didn't want to call anybody, but I knew she was going to take off.
Okay, this is the point at which I would tell Megan, I'm not going to buy that as an excuse anymore. So you need to come up with something new because I don't care if I had to go into, life, mortal combat, to get my baby. At that point, give me my baby. Like, Detective Dead Stare Cheekbones is his full name. I like that. Sir, if you ever decide to start streaming, I would totally make that my name. You already have a brand. You guys, actually, I'm going to end it here because I need to get ready to take my daughter to, pay for her own belly button piercing that I get to sign off on. But, mother-daughter bonding gets different when they're teenagers, I guess. I don't know. Mr. Mo's like, she's too young to have a belly button piercing. And I said she's 16 and, to me, it's not that big a deal. Now, face tattoo, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no until you're 133. So, belly button, I'm kind of okay. But thank you guys for joining. We will be doing this tomorrow. We will finish up day 5 and then we make it into day 6, or that might be a Sunday, Monday thing. Again, we all know that justice has been served in this trial, but the Petty Express runs on our own time and we are going to finish out this case. So thank you all for joining me. Let me see who I can send you off to. All right. It looks like Defense Diaries is doing... Oh, wait a minute. Let me... it looks like Nicholas is doing the closing arguments in the ASAP Rocky trial in breaks. So they are going to be checking in on the Karen Reed trial. So I will be sending you guys over to that one. I have absolutely no flipping flapjack idea what that trial is happening or what is happening in that trial other than closing arguments. So thank you guys for joining. Remember, join me over on Shizzy's channel tomorrow at 8 a.m. We will be doing the weekly wrap up. We both find the most redonkulous stories on the internet and try to crack each other up. And I am hoping to win this week and be the one that cracks Shizzy up. So please join us there. Have a lovely, lovely evening, and I will see you guys all tomorrow morning. So goodbye and good morning and good night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys later. Bye, you guys.